96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com. Play-by-play from Chris Varney alongside John Becker, your home for high school football.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Audubon, Iowa, where tonight it's an 8-man rivalry renewed as the Spartans of Exira EHK battle the Wheelers of Audubon. How you doing, everybody, and welcome to high school football action here on KSOM. I'm Chrissy's John, and Mr. Becker, we got a good one here tonight. Another, we got stuck with nothing but rivalries to start this season.
Yeah, you know, talk about exactly right. I mean, the first 3 weeks, rivalries. You know, last week we're 14 miles away from the two high schools. Today, you know, tonight we're 10 miles away.
Yeah.
You know, and then to start off, we had Cannon and Audubon, and that's the first time we saw this team with the Wheelers, and we're left away very impressed. That's for sure.
No doubt, the 6th-ranked Wheelers come in with a record of 2-0. They beat Cam, and that one 38-20. Colonesco was supposed to give them a game last week. The Royals had jumped into the top 10. And Audubon dispatched them 44-8. This Audubon team could be in line to do something very, very special this year, John. And it's incredible, too, because head coach Sean Burks made the switch at quarterback, moving Aaron Olson to tailback and enter junior Carson Wessel. And, man, he has looked good.
Yeah, you know, Wessel, for that first game, you know, maybe the first series or something, so – he was feeling his way. You know, he had never played varsity level, and Coach Burks talked about that. Playing JV at any level is a lot different than playing at the varsity level. And they fought a little bit on the cramps and stuff, but as that game progressed, you could see just the whole team starting to just see who they are, and honestly, the potential that they have, because they are a really, really good team.
Yeah. I think one of the other things also that we don't talk enough about with Audubon is their defense. It's just so good, because we talk about Wessel, we talk about Olson, we talk about Austin Christensen, mostly on offense. You and I love, I think, Brody Weber and his ability to catch the football. But their defense is solid up and down as well. They've even moved a big fella, 310-pounder, Isaac Sorensen, into that nose guard spot. And he has earned that position, and they got some guys who can go out there and make plays on the defensive side too.
Yeah, not just plays, but make difference-making plays. You know, if you have 5 interceptions in 3 games, you're doing, or excuse me, in 2 games.
2 games, yeah.
You know, you're causing some havoc and making that offensive team really look at how are we going to attack. Because you talked about the size that Audubon has up front. Really good linebackers, but they have a secondary, including those linebackers, that if you drop back and try to pass, they can cover the field because of not just their speed and skill, because how well they read and honestly how well they're coached up to cover their zones.
Exira EHK, they certainly hope there won't be any interceptions tonight. They come in with a record of 1-1, but it's really been a contrast of their first 2 games. They lost to Arweva 34-0 in the opener last week. They switched quarterbacks going into week 2. Head coach Drew Buchholz decided to put in his speedster Bryce Bradham at the starting QB, moving Justin Kilworth to more of a wide receiver, tight end hybrid. He's also a linebacker on defense, so he'll get his plenty. He'll be on the field the whole game. But Bradham now at QB, he ran for nearly 120 yards, and they trailed 22-6 going into the fourth quarter. They came back and beat Stanton 30-22. So they hope that momentum in the fourth quarter can carry over to here.
You know, Coach, any coach is going to tell you the biggest jump that you hope to see is between week 1 and week 2.
Right.
And it took about a week and a half or 1.5 games for the Spartans to kind of find their footing and stuff. You know, Coach Buchholz, he was on, you know, some of those great teams. You know, this team has tradition just like Audubon does.
Yeah.
You know, state runner-up in 13, Audubon state runner-up in 19. You know, countless playoff experience, you know, playoff appearances, and a tradition of winning. And
right.
And you know, that's the thing is both sides. We talked about it the last 2 weeks with the games we've done. Both two sides expect to win. That's the coaching culture that they have, and then you put up the rivalry and bragging rights on Highway 71 and everything that goes along with it. Beautiful night. I'm expecting a really exciting, well-played game.
We'll see what happens here tonight. It's the 71 rivalry as Audubon hosts Exira EHK. Coming up here on our pregame show, we have our Wyoda Steakhouse Coaches Show. We'll hear from both head coaches, Sean Bergs from Audubon and Drew Buckholt from Exira EHK. That's coming up next. Back in 2 minutes on KSOM.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
Faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield. 45 years of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
All right, what's your favorite thing to eat at the Wyoda Steakhouse?
I love the certified Angus steaks and burgers. Wait, I'd like to change my answer to the pork tenderloin. No, the fried chicken. Okay, it's the all-you-can-eat fish on Friday night. But then there's that macaroni and cheese. Okay, the final answer is the mac and cheese. Sorry, Grandma, it's the best.
So bring the family and bring your friends to a tradition of great eating at the Wyoda Steakhouse. Open 5 to 10 Tuesday through Saturday, or give them a carryout call at 712-783-9232.
Systems a call at
We're back here on
712-249-2442.
KSOM. It's our Wyoda Steakhouse Coaches Show as we get ready for tonight's showdown between Exira EHK and Audubon, and head coach for the Spartans, Drew Buckholt, joins us now. And Coach, it's always a great matchup when these two teams tangle, only separated by a handful of miles. How are you feeling about your football team coming into this showdown with the Wheelers?
Oh, I just feel like we're improving each week. Made a major jump from week 1 to week 2, and just hoping to build on that heading into week 3 against Audubon. They're a very well-coached team. They don't make very many mistakes. They're big, they're tall, they're athletic. They use their length really well. They've got a good combo at running back and quarterback for them. And they got receivers on the edge that are tall, have some speed on them too, playmakers. And so we gotta be ready to roll. We gotta know our blocking assignments a little bit better this week. We had too many whiffs on blocks last week, and so we're just gonna have to keep working. Put one foot in front of the other, like the age-old quotes or whatever. So we're just preparing.
Yeah, so Bryce Bradham at quarterback, what was, he obviously comes through with a victory, not much in the passing game, but you didn't need the passing game. It all worked on the ground for you. Bradham 117, Hansen 114. What's the grading scale look like for Bradham after his first game?
Yeah, we struggled a little bit in the passing game, but part of that is because the situations we put them in. We were moving the ball on them well, and then we had a couple penalties to put us in 3rd and long situations. And, it doesn't matter what kind of quarterback you are. If you're facing 3rd and long consistently, you're not going to be a very good quarterback. And so we need to do a better job of keep staying ahead of the chains, putting them in manageable situations to help him out, because that was his first career start. I liked what I saw out of him. He improved dramatically in the game because there was a 4th and 5 where he hit Johnson on a crossing route. That was a huge moment into the game and led to a touchdown late in the game. So and his decision making, he made another decision on 4th down and he kept it and ran. So I think his decision making as the game went on got a lot better. So we're just hoping to improve upon that this week.
Another goal for you was to get Alex Hansen more touches, and that worked out for you. It must have felt good to see him running downhill for you.
Yeah, Alex is an extremely hard runner. He broke a long run in the 4th quarter to tie it up for us. So he's just explosive with the ball in his hands, and that's why we needed to get him the ball more, him and Bryce, because they're both explosive with the ball in their hands.
Meanwhile, defensively, I mean, Johnston Kilworth lost his quarterback job, but he came through on the defensive end, 11 tackles, 7 solo. What can you say about that effort for your former QB?
Oh, Johnston Kilworth, he's a great kid to be around. He took that really well, and he just wants to play. And this week we were working on him at middle. It's a position that he's never really played either. So we're kind of throwing him into a bunch of different positions that he's never played, and he's took it all in stride, and he's just continually getting better. I thought he had a really great game. He was seeing the holes and plugging those holes. He was coming downhill, rapping just like we teach him. So I thought he had a really great game.
So now you face an Audubon team. You're going to need Kilworth to be on his best performance if he's going to be learning the middle linebacker spot. What are going to be his challenges? What's your defensive challenges to try and stop Wessel, Olsen, and company?
Well, they do a great job with their blocking assignments and blocking schemes. They don't make a whole lot of mistakes. And obviously when you have Olsen and that Wessel kid, they're both really good with the ball in their hands. They're explosive, they're quick, they're fast. We're just going to have to be able to get off blocks. We're going to have to win the line of scrimmage, and we're going to have to tackle well. We can't miss a tackle or two on those kids, because if we do, they're going to be gone. They also mix in play action to those tall, athletic receivers, like I said before. So we're just going to have to try to keep them behind the chains as much as possible and force them into third and long situations.
Well, yeah, you can't. They have a passing game that they really haven't shown yet, and I think they can throw the ball. They haven't needed to. I mean, Austin Christensen can catch it anywhere. Brody Weber's a good threat across the middle of the field. That's something you have to account for, I bet.
Yeah, just watching on film, they haven't needed to throw it as much as, I would like to see on Friday. But, yeah, that Wessel kid, he has a cannon for an arm. So I definitely see that they can throw it. We're just going to have to try to force them into those passing situations and then see what we can do.
A lot of people say get off to a good start. It's always important. But I would imagine in a rivalry game where you might be a slight underdog, that's ever so important here, don't you think?
Yeah, we got to, because last year we spotted them 18 points right away. We can't afford to do that this week. We got to come off the bus ready to rock and roll from the start. Scoring right away would be crucial for us, give us a little bit of momentum going into the series, back and forth. Like I said before, we can't spot them 18 like we did last year, because it'll be all downhill from there.
And just overall, what do you see as the keys? I mean, this is always a big game. I mean, this is one you probably circled on your schedule at the start of the season.
I'd say the keys of the game is just like every other game. Got to win the battle up front. You got to avoid the big play if you're on defense, and you got to tackle well in space. We got to try to stay ahead of the chains as much as we can. We got to force them behind the chains as much as possible, and we can't turn the ball over. We've had too many turnovers already this year. We can't throw 2 interceptions or have a fumble on the ground. We got to play clean, sound football.
Well, it should be one whale of a game when these two teams meet. Throw the records out the window, but it's should be good nevertheless. Coach, really appreciate your time here on our Wyoto Steakhouse Coaches Show, and best of luck tonight. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Drew Buckhold, head coach for Exira EHK, with us here on KSOM.
All right, what's your favorite thing to eat at the Wyoto Steakhouse?
I love the certified Angus steaks and burgers. Wait, I'd like to change my answer to the pork tenderloin. No, the fried chicken. Okay, it's the all-you-can-eat fish on Friday night. But then there's that macaroni and cheese. Okay, the final answer is the mac and cheese. Sorry, Grandma, it's the best.
So bring the family and bring your friends to a tradition of great eating at the Wyoda Steakhouse. Open 5 to 10 Tuesday through Saturday, or give them a carryout call at 712-783-9232.
Farming is all about numbers, and Fence Red Wheel deals have some great ones. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 36 months on a brand new tractor. Plus, Fence industry-leading Gold Star customer care, which includes 3-year or 3,000-hour full machine warranty, a complete 360 inspection and scheduled maintenance, and even a loaner guarantee if it can't be repaired in 48 hours. A fixed cost with those kind of numbers? Talk about acres of savings. Fence Red Wheel deals end September 30th. Talk to Ziegler Ag Equipment to learn more, or visit ZieglerAg.com for details.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to BrockerCarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
We're back on our Wyoda Steakhouse Coaches Show as we get ready for today's showdown between Audubon and Exira. Joining us now is Wheeler's head football coach, Sean Perks. And, Coach, how are you feeling about your team coming into this matchup against the Spartans?
We're happy to be 2-0. I think, like every coach out there, there's things to clean up, no doubt about it. But, we're relatively healthy. Obviously, we're off to a 1-0 start in district play. There's plenty of positives out there, but obviously there's plenty of things we need to clean up and get better as the year goes along as well.
No, so what things do you identify about cleaning up? I think every coach strives for perfection, and you kind of also have to do that to keep motivating the guys and try and keep them even keel, right?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us is just how we've started. Week 1 at CAM, we started with a punt, and then which ended up a block punt and then an interception. Last week against Colonesco, we started out with an interception and a punt. So, our opening 2 drives, the first 2 weeks have not resulted in any points, and they've resulted in 2 turnovers. So we have to be ready to go a little bit quicker. So that's our main area of focus right now, offensively. Defensively, I think we played pretty well, but it's just fine-tuning some of those things. We've noticed some plays where the defense, our defense could have been exploited if a team would have seen something. So we're just fine-tuning a little bit there. Special teams, obviously with the punt block, week 1, that was an area of focus. Kick coverage, we gave up a big play last week. It got called back for a penalty, luckily, but kick return, punt return, we've been close to cracking a deep one. So there's areas all over the place to clean up.
So Exira switched quarterbacks from week 1 to week 2. How has that changed how you approach the Spartans?
Obviously we're going to go with last week's film. We're going to trust that the guys that were out there last week for their victory are going to be in the same spots. But overall, the coaching scheme, their blocking scheme, their formations, their motions, they're going to be pretty much what they run. I mean, that is their base. That's what they run for their offensive system. So regardless who's playing quarterback, they're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to use. They've got some nice looking athletes. The 2 Hansons can lead block. They can also run. They can catch. Both Brabham and Justin can throw the ball or run the ball. They've got some nice pieces up front. They got healthier last week with Nelson coming back. We know their kids pretty well, and we know they're good athletes, and they've got our full attention.
Know each other pretty well, only separated by a handful of miles. I'm sure the kids know each other pretty well here, right?
Yeah, kids, parents, grandparents, coaches. It's a lot of mutual respect. I got a lot of respect for Drew. In year 2, obviously I've been there before, so after year 1, you make a lot of adjustments going into year 2. So there's going to be some things that maybe we haven't seen yet. We've got to be prepared for a little bit of everything as much as we can. But yeah, it's exciting. It's homecoming. It's a rivalry week, but more than anything, it's a chance to get out there on Friday night and get better so that we can get ready for district play. Back, we're back into district play next week as well. So we've got to use this week as a way to get better for next week, and so on and so forth.
How do you see the matchup up front?
Yeah, they've got some nice looking big bodies, and they've mixed up some looks over the past few years as well. So we'll have to see what they're going to do. There's been some years where they've junked us at times. Other years they've moved some guys around. So defensively, when they're up front, they've got some nice pieces. The freshman has looked better every week. He's an impressive looking kid for a freshman. Offensively, they got Josh Nelson back last week. An impressive looking athlete, 6'5", big body up there. So they've got some. They look the part in the trenches. We're gonna have to be ready to go. Last week I think we pretty much dominated up front on both sides of the ball. It's not going to be as easy this week to move guys. They're bigger and they're a little more physical than Colonesco was last week.
So overall, what do you see is the keys in this football game? I mean, what do you have to do? Try and keep things rolling. Obviously, an impressive win coming off of Colonesco and Cam back to back. I'm sure you just want to keep things even keel and keep the wheels on the track, so to speak.
Yeah, I think defensively, make them convert third downs, make them convert fourth downs. Don't allow the explosive plays. Last year we got into a little bit of that with them where they hit a big pass play or two, they hit a big run play or two, we missed a tackle or two. It kind of turned into a shootout last year. So defensively, that's got to be our focus. Offensively, we need to score early and often. The last 2 weeks we haven't scored out of the gate, so that's our goal this week. The first possession we need to put in the end zone, get comfortable, get rolling, kind of get that momentum going. And special teams, obviously, if we can get a big return and or eliminate their big returns, is going to be big as well. So it'll be a good contest. It'll be a good competition for us. It'll be a fun environment. We're looking forward to it.
Coach, really appreciate your time here on our Wyoto Steakhouse Coaches Show, and best of luck today. Thanks so much.
You bet. Thank you.
Sean Burks, head coach for Audubon, with us here on KSOM.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
Looking to upgrade your home? Or maybe you have storm damage that still needs repair? Rigid Edge Exteriors has you covered. From roofs and siding to gutters, windows, decks, and interior remodels, our team does it all, residential or commercial. For a free estimate, call Rigid Edge Exteriors today at 712-249-4449. That's 712-249-4449. Let us transform your ordinary house into your dream home.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
Fendt Vario Tractor. Stop by your local Ziegler Ag location today to save.
Now back to high school football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
Well, she almost broke the sound barrier on that one. What a job.
Nice work.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic version of our national anthem. Time now for our starting lineup from UGI, delivering insurance and risk management solutions in Atlantic. For Exira EHK, the visitors, they'll go with Bryce Bradham at quarterback, 5'10", 160-pound junior. Alex Hansen at the tailback spot, 5'11", 185-pound senior. Johnston Kilworth, the former quarterback, he's now at wide receiver, 6'2", 200-pound junior. Owen Jewell, the other wideout, 5'10", 135 sophomore. Cannon Jensen, the tight end, 5'11", 215 junior. Up front, Josh Nelson at left guard, 6'5", 215 senior. Gus Grieving at junior center, 5'10", 195. Anthony Young, the right guard, 6'2", 230 freshman. You have Young and Grieving at the D ends. Parker Pfister, the D tackle for the Spartans, 5'9", 200 junior. Cannon Jensen, Alex Hansen, and Kilworth at the linebackers. Bradham and Jewell at the secondary. And the starters for Audubon, the quarterback, Carson Wessel, 6'3", 165-pound junior. Aaron Olson at tailback, 5'11", 160 senior. Austin Christensen at wide receiver, 6'3", 180 junior. Brody Weber at tight end, 6'4", 190 junior. The other tight end is Logan Stetzel, 6', 155 senior. Up front, Colton Hansen, the left guard, 6', 195 senior. Clay Van Arnhem at center, 6', 200 sophomore. Sullivan McLean at the right guard, 6'2", 198 junior. On defense for the Wheelers, Colton Hansen at D end. Gabe Jensen, the other D end, a 6'3", 195 senior. Isaac Sorensen in the middle, 6', 310-pound junior. Christensen, Carter Obermeyer, Adam Obrecht are Christensen and Obermeyer the linebackers. Adam Obrecht at cornerback, Jack Standerson the other corner, and Aaron Olson is the safety. There you have it. That's your starting lineups from UGI. We got football here tonight. It's Audubon and Exira. We'll kick it off coming up in 1 minute on KSOM.
Get ready for harvest with the Red and Ready maintenance event going on now at Becker Equipment, your Case IH dealer in Audubon. Call now to schedule your 101-point inspection to receive a detailed analysis of your combine's condition and recommended service. Plus, receive a 10% discount on parts installed in our shop and a combine wash. It's the Red and Ready Harvest Maintenance Event, going on now through August 31st at Becker Equipment in Audubon, your local Case IH dealer. 712-563-4219.
From start to finish, let Aiken Design Center help you with your kitchen or bathroom ideas. For new designs or remodels, Aiken Design Center will work with you or your contractor to make your dream a reality. If you're not sure what you want, stop into our showroom so our custom designers can help you find what will suit your needs as well as your budget. The Aiken Design Center staff is committed to quality design while meeting your needs. Stop into Aiken today to find out how we can help.
35527 to find out more.
Now back to high school football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
We're back here in Audubon. Chris and John along with you, ready to rock and roll for football here tonight. John, we have decent skies, although they're saying cloudy skies, but it's more like a haze. 72 degrees. How much do you think the wind is going to be a factor? It's blowing kind of right in our face at the press box, so it's a crosswind. That's about 12 miles an hour with 20-mile-an-hour gusts.
Yeah, that's one thing I did notice, and it could be a little bit different than what we saw in week 1 and week 2 as far as the weather and the wind. But, on the way up, we saw some combines going and talk about 3 weeks in a row with perfect weather and the farmers out there. Be safe, and hopefully you enjoy a great football game tonight.
Alex Hansen will kick it deep. Exira EHK won the toss, and they elected to defer. Jorgen Nowitzki and Colin Hartle are back deep for the Wheelers. Audubon wearing red tops, red helmets, white pants, and Exira all white with maroon numbers, maroon helmets. I mean, these are some of the top 2 8-man teams tradition-wise in this half of the state, John. They look forward to this game every year.
Absolutely, and you're exactly right, Chris. I mean, tradition-wise, both of these schools, since they moved to 8-man, have been competitive all the way to the Dome, and it should be a great game.
All right, we're ready to go for football here tonight, 8-man style in Audubon. Hansen will boot it deep right to left, and a low line drive kick. Nowitzki comes up at the 12. On the far side, Hash coming to the near side at the 25, make a stutter step move, and got tripped up at the 35-yard line. And it was Hansen who came up and made the stop.
Great job by Hansen, because if he doesn't make that tackle, that could have started the game for 6 for Audubon. But really nice move to get it to the 35-yard line to start for the Wheelers.
So Wessel leads his team onto the field. First down and 10. They move left to right on your radio dial. Christensen will line up at the wing spot on the far side. Wessel in the shotgun. And it's empty backfield right now. Send a man in motion to the far side is Weber. Wessel's going to run on the far side. Hit at the line. Falls forward. Nothing doing that time for Carson Wessel.
Yeah,
Hansen again.
Hansen did a great job at the linebacker position. They actually motioned so the Wheelers had extra people on the left, but Hansen showing his not only reading ability but athletic ability to get basically for no gain.
Hansen's going to have a huge game for the Spartans here today, playing both ways. The other thing is Exira's not deep. Bench is not really full of bodies. Second down and 10 for Audubon at their own 35-yard line. They send Obermeyer in motion to the near side. Wessel's going to run it near side. Looking for a cutback. That's Olsen down the near sideline 30. He breaks it. Aaron Olsen all the way. Touchdown, 45 yards.
Kind of the same play, but Olsen's back there as far as just getting the direct snap and going to the left side. They're like, well, we're going to go away from Hansen. And then the offensive line and the the wide receivers did a phenomenal job getting a hat-on-hat and then, Olsen did the rest.
Well, you prepare for Wessel up the middle, and then you got to worry about Olsen outside. And he broke it right down the sidelines for Aaron Olsen for the 45-yard touchdown. And now they'll go for 2. They have not kicked an extra point all year long. Obermeyer's in the Wildcat. He gets the snap. He's trying to feel his way forward. And he's in to the end zone for the 2-point conversion. We haven't played a minute yet. 11:04 to go first quarter. Audubon leads 8-0. We're back in 1 minute on KSOM.
The 2024 growing season is off to a great start, but will the yields remain strong through the end of the season? At Hoist Distributing, located near Audubon, we are your one-stop shop for your agricultural needs. We offer fertilizer, chemical, and the seed you need to grow a strong, healthy crop. We also offer the latest in precision planting technologies to optimize seed placement, nutrient application, and maximize your return on investment. We don't settle for anything less than the best for your farm. Give Chad or Jeremy a call at Hoist Distributing today, 712-563-3030.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
Now back to high school football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
Standerson will put it deep for the Wheelers. Owen Joe back deep. He has it at his own 8. On the near hash mark, coming near side. Squeezes through a hole at the 20. Only gets to about the 24-yard line. And John, very important opening drive for the Spartans.
Coach Burks talked about that in his pregame as far as, that's the first time they scored and did not turn the ball over. And you could see that was a point of emphasis because he had 3 different formations, 3 guys taking the snap in those 3 plays.
So Bryce Bradham, the new quarterback. They'll send the old quarterback, Johnston Kilworth, off to the far side. They move right to left on your radio dial. Now a late-comer, Jewell, who returned that kickoff, comes back into the game. Didn't realize it. He'll split it wide of the near. Double wing. And already
called a timeout because
they had to burn a timeout.
Yeah, he did get it off right at 1 second, but they didn't want to get behind the change and, to be safe, they called the timeout.
8-0 Audubon. Timeout by the Spartans. Back in 30 seconds on KSOM.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy?
What? How do you figure?
Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic. And then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
Football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
Direct snap to Bradham, and he has nowhere to go, right up the gut as Audubon just bottled things up. I think it was Christensen on the pressure there. It's a loss of 1 for Bradham.
Yeah, Bradham had two running backs with the pulling guard trying to get a hole, and that front three for Audubon stood very strong.
They're going to have to try and get Bradham outside. 2nd and 11. And a little low snap, but they got it off to Hansen, who just got destroyed. That might be a face mask on Audubon. A flag is down. Boy, the Wheelers went way too high on that tackle on Hansen. His neck almost got twisted back.
They're going to hold on the Spartans.
Well, maybe it was a legal tackle, but it didn't look good.
It didn't look good, but I think it wasn't a horse collar because he got the hands on the front side. It must have been on the shoulder pads, but now this is not where you want to be with 2nd, 22, roughly?
Yeah, maybe 21 and a half, but you're right. 2nd and way long for Exira EHK. They trail 8-0. Early here in the first quarter as Aaron Olson broke it for a 45-yard touchdown on the Wheelers' second play from scrimmage. Bradham in the shotgun with Hansen right next to him on 2nd and long. Bradham's going to run to the far side, looking for a cutback lane. He's hit across the 15-yard line to about the 17. Give him a gain of about 4. Well, about 4.
Yeah, Chris, you brought up a great point. Bradham, I do think the only way that they might have some success is get outside, but you can't hesitate. You got to get outside, find green grass, and get upfield. If you hesitate, this Wheelers defense is going to hunt you down.
3rd down and 15. Gabe Jensen on that last tackle for the Wheelers. Bradham in the shotgun for Exira. He's going to roll to the near side. Kind of back up the middle. He's got some space. He got tripped up across the 25, shy of the 30-yard line. Is going to be short of the first down. Good cutback to find the hole up the gut, but that penalty is going to be costly for the Spartans.
That penalty is really costly because, that's when you get behind the chains by 10 yards and you have a 4th and 6. It would have been a first down without that mistake, but positive yards for the Spartans.
So Exira EHK will punt it. Kilworth is the punter. And we got flags thrown everywhere.
False start.
That's going to move them back even 5 more yards. Aaron Olson back deep for the Wheelers. Today's game brought to you by Viking Construction by Community Insurance. And don't forget, video is powered by Nishtanet. Technically awesome. Thank our folks at Nishtanet. And, of course, you can watch this game on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe our page. Like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Western Iowa Today TV. 4th down and long, a punting situation here. And the boot is over the head of Olson. Takes a great Spartan bound. Olson fields it at the 10. Near side of the 20, 30. Sidelines down. And he shoved out of bounds across midfield. We'll see where they spot it at the 30 of Exira EHK.
Olson
40-yard return.
Showing pure speed there, Chris. He gets the ball. He has to go back to the 10 and just goes south. We talk about running north and south. There was no cutting. There was just green grass, and I am going to try to beat you. And the first 3 Spartan players down there took not good angles because of the speed that Olson has.
So great field position on a great 40-yard return by Olson. 1st down and 10 for Audubon at the Exira 30-yard line. They move left to right. Wessel in the shotgun, empty backfield. Send a man in motion, Obermeyer to the far side. Wessel's going to run behind him, finding a slot, gets that big body motoring, and powers his way to the 25-yard line for a pickup of 5.
You see Wessel Same play as they had the first time. They motioned over there. They just overload that left side and let him use his vision, which we've seen he does a fantastic job for a gain of 5 yards.
Yeah, they're not hiding anything. They send Obermeyer in motion, and Wessel runs right behind him. 2nd and 5 for Audubon. They lead 8-0 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. 8:26 to go in the opening quarter. Empty backfield for Wessel. That's Olsen up the middle in the Wildcat, and he spun down close to a first down, though. Tackle that time by Gus Grieving, but Olsen will move the sticks as a Vetter Equipment first down.
That time Christensen on his tight end, so they go to where they had twins on the right. They bring Christensen with the same thing as far as pulling, and Wessel just does a great job of reading his blocks.
Vetter Equipment in Audubon, your local Case IH dealer. First down for the Wheelers, just into the Hoist Distributing red zone at the 20-yard line. Wessel in a quarterback again, Olsen right next to him. And they give it to the senior. Olsen near side. He just moves the pile forward and finally tripped up. Hansen got him after a gain of about 3.
He's tenacious. You know that
he's a ball player.
Yeah, you know that the Wheelers' offensive line and all the pulling wide receivers know where 22 is at. And that time he worked through 2 different blocks to get a tackle for just a gain of 2.
2nd down and 8 for Audubon on the near hash in the Hoist Distributing red zone at the 18 of Exira. Empty backfield for Wessel. Christensen in motion to the far side. They give it to him on the end around. Oh, he got tripped up in the backfield. Hansen does it again.
If Hansen does not make that tackle, the wide receiver on the far left, for those that you're watching, did a great job of getting the corner hooked. Legally, got that block, and Hansen just came in for a great, probably touchdown-saving tackle.
3rd down and 8. Audubon leads 8-0 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Wessel in the shotgun. Going to pitch it. It's on the loose, and Hansen, I think, has it for Exira EHK. Let's see, no signal yet by the officials, but Hansen fell on top of it, and the Spartans have the first turnover of the ball game.
There again, field position such a big thing, and that's why Hansen's previous play was so critical, because you go from the Wheelers being first down to them kind of doing trying to get the ball pitched out, and Hansen once again is always around the football.
So it comes at a 6:43 mark. First down and 10 for the Spartans, and they're going to hand it off. And not much doing that time for the Spartans as they go up the gut, trying to go low with Hansen.
Sorensen at that nose guard position is, 310 pounds. Obviously, he's hard to move. But the thing that makes him hard to move, Chris, he's not standing back up. He's keeping that base low, so it's even more difficult to move him.
2nd down and 10 for Exira. After the fumble recovery by Hansen. Branham in the shotgun. Gives it to Hansen again, coming near side, and tough, hard-earned yards off a left tackle. Just a couple. That time it's 3rd and long.
Hard run by Hansen, but great job by the defensive end. And Christensen coming in from the linebacker job, shedding a blocker to get just a gain of 2.
Yeah, Audubon winning that battle on that line of scrimmage, and Exira's going to have to find some misdirection plays in order to keep them off balance. It's 3rd down and 8 for Exira at their own 25-yard line, moving right to left on your radio dial. Shotgun. Hand it off to Hansen. Nope, we got a false start, I think. Flags thrown everywhere. And somebody moved up front, and 3rd down just got longer.
Yeah, 3rd down got longer, but let's be honest. If you saw Sorensen lining up play after play on the other side of you, you'd probably be a little jumpy too, possibly.
300-pounder, and he fills that uniform real well. He takes up some space, and you're right, you get a little jumpy. So it's 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 13. They moved him back to their own 20-yard line. They're going to get just across their own 43. 2 wides to the near side, 1 to the far side. Bradham in the shotgun. Back to pass. He's uncomfortable here. He throws it far side, incomplete. Intended for Cannon Hansen. And they're going to have to punt it away. Bradham, it's been sort of a crash course in learning the passing game, and that's not his strength. You almost think, do they go to a rotation basis on that? I don't know.
And if you watch his feet, you always watch a quarterback's feet, and instead of setting his feet, Hansen was open out there in the flat, not for a big game, but he was open. But you got to set your feet with your shoulders to get that ball to your receiver.
Olsen makes the catch at the 30-yard line. He's hit immediately.
Guess who?
Hansen.
That kid is everywhere.
Yeah. Does he drive the bus too?
He might, because he brought the bus right there.
Yes, he did. What a hit on Olsen that time. Aaron's going to feel that one in the morning.
He's going to feel that one, and we talked about Olsen. Hansen didn't give him the chance to build up speed and show his ability there. Now let's see if the Spartans can hold strong and get a stop.
4:54 to go in the first. C-Pro's scoreboard. Audubon leads 8-0. First down and 10 for the Wheelers at their own 31. Low snap. Wessel has it, but that play got disrupted on the snap. He goes up the gut and nowhere to go. And guess who was involved on the stop?
But Gannon Hansen.
It was both Hansens.
Gannon Hansen started that because he had his outside shoulder free. We talk about that every time you have a defensive end, anybody in, corner, defensive end, linebackers, keep that outside shoulder free to bring it back to the other Hansen.
Yeah, Alex Hansen had sloppy seconds on that one. Second down and 10 for the Wheelers. Own 31-yard line. Wessel play action. Back to pass. Throws it across the middle. It's dropped. Incomplete to Weber. Boy, it was a low throw, so it wasn't the perfect pass, but I think it was in the neighborhood of being caught.
It was catchable, but we talked about, you brought it up right at the beginning of the game. Win like this, that's a 20-yard throw across the middle. Probably got knocked down a little bit with this win. Now 3rd and 10.
4:14 to go in the opening quarter. Audubon leads 8-0 on the C-Pro scoreboard. Wessel, I should say, in the shotgun for the Wheelers. Throws in the far side to Olsen, trying to get him outside. Breaks a tackle, down the sidelines. It's a foot race. Olsen all the way again. Touchdown, Audubon. He goes 49 yards.
That run was fantastic, but probably the most impressive thing for me is that catch. For those that aren't watching, that catch was the ball was only a foot off the ground when he got it. And if he didn't catch it, it was close to being a lateral on top of that. So that is a huge catch and fantastic athletic play for the touchdown.
That was all Olsen. You're right. He had to make a great catch, and now he's in the Wildcat. And no, that's Wessel. Wessel takes it and he gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 4:04 to go in the opening period. Audubon racing out to a 16-0 lead. We're back in 1 minute on KSOM.
Remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Call Community Insurance in Audubon today at 712-563-4422.
At Griffin CPA, we're excited to offer you personalized accounting and tax services tailored just for you. This is Brady Griffin. Whether you're an individual or a business, we're here to make your financial life easier. We are currently accepting new clients and would love to show you the difference at Griffin CPA. Contact us today for your free consultation. Call us at 712-563-2040, Griffin CPA in Audubon, where your financial success is our top priority.
Viking Construction is a proud sponsor of their community and the Exira EHK Spartans.
Now back to high school football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
Sanderson's kick's going to go out of bounds on the near side. Good idea by Bradham to let it go. So good field position for the Spartans, but they don't have a first down yet, John, and Audubon's got 2 long Olsen touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 long. And, the other thing, the Spartans, the reason they haven't had first downs is penalties and mistakes that put them behind the chains. It's hard enough against this Wheeler defense to get 10 yards. when you get behind the chains and you have 2nd and 14, 2nd and 21, it's hard, as we saw on that last drive, even when you have positive 8-yard plays, when you're behind the sticks, you can't do that against this defense.
I think running up the gut's going to be hard. They're going to have to find a way to get outside. First down and 10. Bradham, last-minute pitch to Hansen, but good pursuit by the Wheelers. A flag thrown at the end of the play. Hansen will lose a yard or two. We'll check the hanky.
And that's a great job by Jack Standerson, from his corner position, fighting off the block and getting up there from that corner position. Depending on what the penalty is, it looks like it's, once again, block in the back. Not only did you have a 3-yard loss, you had 10 yards to that because of the block in the back. And just like what we just talked about, against this defense, it's hard enough to get 10.
They're going to move them all the way back to their own 14-yard line.
Yeah.
So it's first down and 21 for Exira, moving right to left on your radio dial. 3:59 to go, opening quarter on the C-Pro scoreboard. Audubon leads 16-0. In the shotgun is Bradham. He wants to run it himself, and he runs right in up the middle to the big fella and bounces off of him. But I tell you what, Sorensen saw him right at him, and then Bradham was able to scoot to the outside for a little bit. He actually ended up losing about a yard, maybe got nothing, but you don't want to run into a 300-pounder.
No, and the other thing is, the Spartans are trying different things to see it, but a zone read against this front three of the Wheeler defense is probably not going to work because they're getting so much penetration.
Second down and long for Exira EHK. Second down and over 20. Empty backfield down for Bradham. He's going to run it up the gut. And this time, that quick move got him to the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
Maybe the 21. It'll be a pickup of 8.
There again, Chris, a great play, positive play, 8-yard play, but we still have a 3rd and 13. You cannot get that far behind the chains, and that's why,
But that was a play, sorry to interrupt, John, but that was a play where you're just going forward immediately.
No misdirection, just go. Find a hole, get positive yards.
Third down and 13 for Exira at their own 21-yard line. Going to throw a screen to the near side, and it's caught, but for short gain by Blake Nelson. He might have gotten about 4 yards on the play. They get back to the original line of scrimmage, but it's going to be 4th down.
Albrecht, for the season already has 9 solo tackles, now 10. It just shows how balanced this Wheeler defense is. They have people at every position that can make defensive plays.
Kilworth will punt it away for the Spartans. And Olsen back deep. And he comes up, didn't make a fair catch, stays on his feet. He trips at the 30-yard line as he caught it at about the 26. Joel back there on coverage for the Spartans.
Olsen showed some
slipperiness,
but Hansen was once again right there. I mean, that takes a lot of concentration when the other team's probably best player is right there and catches the ball and gets some positive yards.
Our audio streaming from Rigid Edge Exteriors. Transform your ordinary house into your dream home with Rigid Edge Exteriors. First down and 10, Audubon play action across the middle. Wetzel incomplete.
He caught it.
Oh, did he catch it? Weber makes a great catch on his shoe tops across midfield inside the 30-yard line for a Vetter Equipment first down.
That's a run pass option. He faked it to Olsen. Ball, that's a tougher catch that Weber just made than the one that went through his hands in the last possession. Great job.
Gain of 20 on a great catch by Weber to the 29-yard line. Wessel going to hand it off. Coming near side, Olsen looking for a hole and not finding one. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Good pursuit by Exira that time with Parker Pfister leading the charge.
Yeah, Pfister did a great job. Actually so he's coming from the nose guard position, going down the line of scrimmage, and the whole Spartan defense did a great job of playing sound defensive football there, and that's what you have to do when you have the athletes that Audubon does.
Second down and 10 for Audubon. We're coming up at 1 minute to go in the opening quarter. Wheelers lead 16-0 on our Seed Pro scoreboard. Empty backfield. Christensen in motion to the far side. Wessel's going to run to the far side. Christensen slipped. Wessel kind of cut it underneath, and he gets about 5 yards, maybe 4. Christensen slipped up, but he still was able to kind of create a space. Wessel made the right decision and got something out of nothing.
Yeah, because Hansen, once again, did a great job of bringing it back to his teammates. Because if Wessel can get that outside, it's another touchdown. That's where, we always talk, football is the ultimate team sport. Bring it back to your teammates. Keep your outside shoulder free. Bring that back to your teammates to make the play.
3rd down and 5 for Audubon at the Exira 25-yard line. Could be the final play of the opening quarter. Wessel play action. Back to pass. He slings it near side to Olsen. Trying to break a tackle. He does it to 20. Near side on the 10. Cuts it back in the middle. And Olsen does it again. Touchdown Audubon. 25 yards, and Olsen has found pay dirt 3 times.
There's times where you just have, sometimes you have more athletes out there that in space. And Wessel, the most important, that was his 3rd option. He looked at Christensen on the left-hand side, then looked at the post for Weber, and then came to Olsen, was his 3rd option. For a high school quarterback, that's great progressions.
It's only his 3rd game starting, too. Wessel is going to pitch it to Olsen, and he'll take it on the far side and get it in for 2. 2 seconds left in the opening quarter, and it's all Wheelers. They now lead at 24-0 on our Seed Pro scoreboard. We're back in a minute on KSOM.
At Griffin CPA, we're excited to offer you personalized accounting and tax services tailored just for you. This is Brady Griffin. Whether you're an individual or a business, we're here to make your financial life easier. We are currently accepting new clients and would love to show you the difference at Griffin CPA. Contact us today for your free consultation. Call us at 712-563-2040, Griffin CPA in Audubon, where your financial success is our top priority.
At Audubon State Bank, they realize your life is busy. That's why they offer online banking services. Using their online services, you can check your balance, get e-statements, pay bills, and even make a deposit using your mobile phone camera. Let the staff at Audubon State Bank make your life easier. Come in and see them at their new location at 307 Broadway Street in Audubon, or visit audubonstatebank.com. Audubon State Bank, member FDIC.
Back to high school football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
Well, Audubon has done themselves one better than last year against Exira. They led 18-0 last year. Now they lead 26-0. Short kick, Bradham to the far side. Breaks it out to the 30, 40, far sideline, and shoved out of bounds in Audubon territory as the Spartans get there for the first time at the 34-yard line.
Bradham showing his athletic ability also there, and great job by sealing that whole kickoff return. Special teams, we say it every week, there's 3 phases in football. You got offense, defense, and special teams, and the Spartan special teams did a great job getting a really, really good return.
That's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Audubon 24, Exira EHK nothing. We're back with the second quarter in 30 seconds on KSOM.
Viking Construction in Exira provides a full range of residential and commercial construction. Viking Construction has the expertise to guide you through the entire process. Viking Construction is locally owned and operated and has built their business on trust and integrity. If you want a dependable construction company you can count on, call Viking Construction in Exira, 712-268-5366. Viking Construction is a proud sponsor of their community and the Exira EHK Spartans.
Now back to high school football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
All right, Exira EHK in that first quarter only 26 yards of total offense. I don't think they had any first downs, maybe 1.
Well, net yards they had negative because of all the penalties.
Well, yeah. These are
Right.
I don't take off the penalties, but you're right.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why they didn't have any first downs, is because of the mistakes that they have made. You take the mistakes away, there have been times where they've had 7 to 8 yard gains. It's been on 2nd and 20.
It's first down and 10 now with the Spartans. A great opportunity for them at the Audubon 34 as we start the second quarter, with the Spartans trailing 24-0. Bradham. And we have another penalty.
Oh, offsides.
Well, this time it's going to be on Audubon. That'd be their first penalty. Maybe it's something about going this way.
Yeah, so now that they're going south, maybe that's the only end zone that's going to get used.
Yeah, it is Friday the 13th, so I don't know. Maybe one way is more bad luck than another. I don't know. Exira hoping so. That going south is, you almost feel like you're going downhill when you're going south,
there
right?
You go. That's right.
You're not, but, you could be. First down and 5 for Exira EHK. Now at the 29 of Audubon. Bradham looking over to the sidelines. He's got Hansen in the backfield with him. Bradham wants to run up the gut, sidestep one, and then shoved back. He avoided Sorensen, but Sorensen had guys behind him who gang tackled him for a gain of only 1.
Yeah, the misdirection, I see what he saw, but the thing is, the hole wasn't big enough because they didn't have the numbers. If he would have followed Hansen out there, he might have got a couple more, just because they had one more blocker than defenders if he followed Hansen.
Jensen and Obermeyer on the tackle for the Wheelers, and it's second down and 5 for Exira. And long snap count for Bradham. He has it, hands it off to Hansen, up the gut, and he's shoved back at the 30. Nowhere at all for Hansen to go. Obermeyer with a great pressure there, among others, for the Wheelers, and Hansen loses a yard.
That front, really the front three, their whole defense is so sound, but what the disruption that the front three do for the Wheelers defense is what makes everything so effective. Is they get upfield, they're sound as far as where their position is, and they know what they need to do, and they cause havoc.
Third down and 6 for Exira EHK at the Audubon 30, trailing 24-0. Back to pass is Bradham. He's going to scramble to the far side, throws it back across his body, dangerous pass into traffic, incomplete. Intended that time. Well, I'll see. Nelson, I think, was the closest to it.
And Kilward was in that area too. That's just a tough play when you're running to your left. You're a right-handed quarterback thrown against your body,
and you don't have the experience.
And honestly, you have 3 Wheeler defenders that are trying to tackle you also.
Well, they're going for it here. Down 24-0 on the C-Pro scoreboard. It's 4th down and 6. Bradham in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws it on the far side. It's caught. Hansen cuts it up the middle. He's got the first down. Hansen makes the catch, cuts it back up underneath, and gains about 9 and a Becker equipment first down.
Not just the pitch and catch, which both were good. Hansen showed his IQ. You run that play, instead of 5 yards, you run it 6, so you have the first down right when you catch the ball. Great execution.
They have it just outside of the Hoist Distributing red zone at the 21. First down and 10 for Exira EHK as we near the 10-minute mark of the second. Bradham up the middle. Got tripped at his knees. He fell forward. He still got about 3 or 4 yards. It looked like Sorensen almost had him again.
Sorensen did, got him initially, but that's a good first down play. I think Coach Buckhorst would take 2nd and 7 and chip away and also keep the ball away from the Wheelers offense.
Now in the Hoist Distributing red zone, your precision planning and Channel C dealer in Audubon. Second down and 7. Hansen coming near side, breaks one tackle, then dives inside. Christensen busted it up. Hansen only got a yard.
Hansen wanted to go what they call, back in the day we called it the 2-hole. Now they call it the A-gap. He wanted to go right there between the center and the guard. But once again, the defensive line, their front 3 did a great job, and he had to bounce it out, and that's not his strength. with his size.
And Obermeyer was out there as well for Audubon. He's having himself a game.
Absolutely.
3rd down and 6. Bradham back to pass. He's got time. Floats it across the middle. It's intercepted, and it's going the other way. And breaking a tackle, and Olson dropped it midfield. Olson just saw Bradham's eyes. He stepped in front, picked it off, and Bradham had to save the touchdown.
We talked about it pregame with their having 5 interceptions in 2 games. Now it's already 6 and 3 for a defensive backfield in 8-man when you're not playing teams that throw very much and have almost as many probably interceptions as your opponent has completions. Shows how sound they are with those back 5.
8:48 to go in the second quarter. Olson returned it across midfield to the Exira EHK 39-yard line. Wheelers 1st down and 10. They move right to left on your radio dial. Wessel in the shotgun. Play action. Going for the big hitter. Going deep. He's got a man. Christensen. He's got it. Touchdown. 39 yards, and Christensen wide open on the near side.
The Spartans had to cover 3, and Weber and Christensen both went vertical. So Christensen right down the line, Weber right down the hash. The safety has to make a decision, and Wessel shows his maturity there. Lets the play take place. Sees which one is the safety going to take. Put it up there. Christensen did a great job of running a really good route. Looked at him for the touchdown.
3 of his last 4 passes have gone for touchdowns. 3 of 5. He was incomplete on his first pass. Wessel back to pass. Going to the back of the end zone for Christensen off his fingertips too high. Incomplete. So the 2-point conversion fails. 8:41 to go in a second. Audubon leads 30-0. We're back in 1 minute on KSOM.
Medicare enrollment can be confusing. Whether you are new to Medicare or already enrolled, I can help. This is Peggy Toft with Spartan Insurance in Exira. As an independent agent, we can review several Medicare insurance plans to determine which is best for you. Annual enrollment period is right around the corner. Give me a call at 712-268-7282 or stop by Spartan Insurance at 201 East Washington Street in Exira.
Now back to high school football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
Well, Carson Wessel, again, putting on a show, 3 touchdown passes, but it's Olson again. Well, this time it was Christensen who caught the wide open pass after the Olson interception. But the Wheelers are putting on a show, that's for sure. Here's a little pooch kick short, fielded by one of the upmen for the Spartans, and he calls for a fair catch. That's smart play by Jewell for Exira EHK, and they'll have it at their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, very smart play by Jewell there. Pooch kick, and not only pooch kick, but it was in the air for a long time. So, make the catch and get decent field position actually to start their drive.
Yeah, but they need something here.
They need to continue to, the misdirection's not working very well, and, there's things that have been successful, but they haven't been able to put them all together.
Spread the field, 2 to the near, 1 to the far left or right. Bradham in the shotgun. He's going to run it, then pitches it to Hansen. And Hansen hit in the backfield and dropped. And, well, he actually never went down completely. But Eli Jorgensen was helping on the tackle. Jorgensen was once a starter, but now he's been supplanted by Sorensen. But I'm sure he'll get his playing time.
Yeah, Olson did a really nice job from the safety, doing the option play right with Hansen. And once again, it's really hard to have plays that take time against this defense.
Again, 2 wides to the near. Jewell split out wide to the far side on 2nd down and 11. Bradham hands it to Hansen. And Jorgensen and company wrap him up in the backfield again. And good pressure as well all over for the Wheelers. And it's going to be another loss for Hansen. Stannerson coming up.
The front 4 and the linebackers doing a great job because all 3 linemen and the linebacker made first contact on the Spartan side of the line of scrimmage. They do a great job of getting into the offensive lineman and then making the read for the tackle.
Tonight's game brought to you by Audubon State Bank, by Spartan Insurance, with Peggy Toth. 3rd down and 13 for Exira EHK at their own 26-yard line. Tight formation this time. Bradham is going to run it to the near side. Got spun around. He got some of that yardage lost, and he got turned around to about the 30-yard line. He'll pick up 5, but way short of the first down.
You know, like you said, kind of had everybody bunched, everybody within, 5 yards of each side of each other.
But I like that formation.
I do like the formation because you can get some extra yards. You have a hat on a hat, and you're moving forward. When you go sideline to sideline, the Wheelers just have so much speed and fundamentally strong, it's tough to get yards that way.
I hope they can go back to that. Maybe learn something on that one little play there. Here's the punt. It was blocked. And a short kick. It's fielded near side of the 40. Cutting back in the middle of the 30, right down the middle. And it's going all the way for a touchdown by Jack Standerson. Coming on the block was Jorgensen. And he ate up the punt and deflected it. And then all the way was Standerson from the 40-yard line for the punt return for a touchdown.
Standerson actually caught that punt only 7 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. Most of the Spartans' defenders were past where the ball actually got kicked to. So even though the ball got partially blocked, the punt didn't get to where all the Spartans were ready to make tackles, and they only had to make 3 guys miss.
So they go for 2 again. They haven't tried to kick an extra point all year, so they're going for 2. Obermeyer in motion. Oh, the ball gets away from Olsen. It goes all the way in the backfield, and Hansen will cover it up. So they do not convert it. 6:25 to go in the second quarter. Audubon leads 36-0 on our Seed Pro scoreboard. We're back in a minute on KSOM.
Stein delivers more new genetics faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield. 45 years of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
Farming is all about numbers, and Fence Red Wheel deals have some great ones. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 36 months on a brand new tractor. Plus, Fence industry-leading Gold Star customer care, which includes 3-year or 3,000-hour full machine warranty, a complete 360 inspection and scheduled maintenance, and even a loaner guarantee if it can't be repaired in 48 hours. A fixed cost with those kind of numbers? Talk about acres of savings. Fence Red Wheel deals end September 30th. Talk to Ziegler Ag Equipment to learn more or visit ZieglerAg.com for details.
Running clock, and that's not what Exira EHK was looking for here tonight. It is homecoming for Audubon, and they are celebrating big style. Jewell goes up. He cannot field the kick. It's a loose ball, but I think the Spartans able to fall on top of it.
That's a great kick. It wasn't a squib. It was like an onside type hop that was 25 yards down the field, and Jewell did it. Was ready. He has good hands. We saw that the last time, but it took a hop where he wasn't able to get it even with one hand up in the air.
Yeah, Johnston Kilworth was eventually the one who was the savior to recover it for the Spartans. So Exira trailing 36-0. They have it first down to 10 at their own 27-yard line. Bradham goes up the middle after they spread the field again, and he ducks himself low for only a 1-yard gain.
Like we talked the last time when they had everybody together, then they at least have a helmet on helmet. When they're spreading it out, and I'm sure the Spartans coaching staff sees the same thing, they're just going one-on-one because the Spartans haven't shown that they can throw the ball efficiently down the field.
Tonight's game brought to you by Griffin CPA LLC. It's 2nd down and 9 for Exira EHK. And they're going to hand it to Hansen. He tries to string it out near side, but that ain't going to fool anybody. The Wheelers gang tackle him, and it's Sorensen who leads the way among others.
Sorensen, and then Jensen came in there too from what he does is he's always, when you watch the defensive line, Jensen is always on the wide side, and he showed why there because once again, outside shoulder free, gets up the field, and then Sorensen does a really good job at coming down. So when you bring it back, there you have Sorensen right there, and they do a great job playing team defense.
Clock moving. It's a running clock now. 4:30 to go in the second quarter. Audubon leading 36-0 on the C-Pro scoreboard. 3rd down and 11 for Exira. Back to passes Bradham. Rolls to the far side. Being chased. Stops. Just off his back foot. He heaves it up in the air, and it is incomplete. Pressured that time by Gabe Jensen.
Honestly, that's a great job by Burnham, actually just getting the ball away so they don't take a loss of another 10 yards.
It would have been a massive loss.
Really nice job of just getting rid of the ball, but Audubon putting pressure on. Once again, it's hard. You can't have plays that take time. I think the best way to attack this Wheeler defense is to go quick and holes.
Yeah, you cannot hesitate. You gotta hit the hole fast. There's a hole there, but you gotta hit it quick, otherwise you're dead duck. Olsen will receive the bouncing putt, come up to it at the 20-yard line. 3:39, the clock stops momentarily on the change of possession.
The stats show that Hansen has had 16 and a half tackles in 2 games, 11 solo. I'm guessing that kid has already had 7-8 tackles here in the first half alone. I mean,
we got a flag down, and I think Audubon's going to make him repunt it.
Was it holding?
I did not see the signal, but everybody's coming back. I saw the tail end of the signal by the official.
No, it was roughing the kicker, so they get an automatic first down.
Yeah, roughing the kicker on Audubon. And you're up 36-0. I don't know if you should be going after the kicker. And so Exira will get a first down across midfield to the 39-yard line. So a break for Exira. 3:37 to go in the second quarter, and the Spartans get a first down on a huge penalty by the Wheelers. Bradham, empty backfield. Again, they spread the field. First down and 10. Bradham back to pass, throws it across the middle. It's caught by Hansen. He's dropped immediately. It's Cannon Hansen, but we got a flag down at the line of scrimmage.
I'm thinking that's a hold. That's right where the hold's already thrown in.
Yep. It's a holding call on Exira EHK.
Nice route by Hansen and pitch and catch, but
move them back after they get the penalty from Audubon, and a penalty now on the Spartans. Tonight's game brought to you by Fikes Plumbing and Services, HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic. Fikes now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. By Iowa Western Community College in Atlantic, BU at Iowa Western. By Ziegler, top-notch ag and construction equipment in Atlantic. By Principal Financial Group with Mark Smith. By Stein Seed. Stein has yield. Contact Darren Petty, your local Stein rep. First down and 20 for Exira EHK, all the way back at their own 31-yard line. Audubon leads 36-0 on the C-Pro scoreboard. Throw it in the flat. Hansen immediately bounces off of the tackle. Still never went down completely. He was just sort of stopped. And Hansen will get, I don't know, about 4. Not as much as they would like.
How many 8-man corners are the size of Obrecht that can make a tackle like that?
He's kind of like another linebacker.
He is like a linebacker out there. To make a tackle, solo tackle on somebody as strong as Hansen, that's impressive. That truly is impressive from a corner position. And you're right. I mean, they really are playing 4 linebackers. Just 2 are outside on the corners.
Obrecht second on the team in tackles with 13 behind Christensen with 15 and a half. Timeout on the field. 2:55 to go in the second. All Audubon, 36-0. Back in 30 seconds, KSOM.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
For you.
Now back to high school football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
Second down and long for Exira EHK at their own 34-yard line, about second down and 16. Back to pass is Bradham. Back foot throws, and it's knocked away. Incomplete, intended for Hansen, and it was Olsen playing safety who had to cover Hansen that time, and he poked it away.
You know, Christensen actually from that linebacker position, though. There you go. We're talking about fundamentally sound. Christensen from the linebacker position dropped your perfect 7-8 yards, saw the running back come out from the wingback position across, and Olsen doing what he is told to do. Nobody behind you, break on the ball. Actually a pretty nice throw.
Yeah.
It was just better defense there.
That's right. It was just good defense that time. I mean, he put it in the slot there for Hansen to catch it, but the Wheelers knock it away, third and long. Bradham back to pass, being pressured, scrambles to the near side, throws it, almost intercepted by Christensen. He tipped it, Hansen trying to come back to catch it, too late as it hit the turf. Fourth down for Exira.
Yeah, there again, the pressure initially is what from the front three. Then Bradham he can't set his feet because he has pressure coming from all different angles.
Coming up at halftime, it's our Aiken Building Center halftime show. Earlier in the week, I had a chance to interview Aaron Olson for Audubon football and two players on Exira EHK volleyball, and we're going to have portions of those interviews coming up at halftime here. And we'll have first half stats and scores around the area as well. The punt coming near side and down at about the 20-yard line as the clock will stop momentarily with still moving, 1:12 to go in the first half. We're in running clock. C-Pro scoreboard, Audubon leads 36-0. And at halftime, Atlantic leads Greene County 14-3. So good news there as the Trojans trying to go 4-0 for the first time in a long time.
Yep.
All right, from their own 21-yard line, the Wheelers first down and 10. And Wessel back to pass. He's being pressured up the middle. Throws it deep on the far side as a jump ball. Incomplete. And it looked like Kilworth had the better chance of making that interception than the Wheelers had a chance of making a catch.
Yeah, that was a great job by Kilworth dropping back there and batting that ball down and making sure that the wide receiver behind him did not make that catch. Update from Cam. Cam is up 30-14. Cam over East Mills.
That's a big, East Mills is a good football team. I think they're 2-0.
Yes, yeah.
That's going to be the end of the first half. Your score, Audubon 36, Exira EHK nothing. Our halftime show from Aiken Building Center is coming up in 2 minutes on KSOM.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
When it comes to your investments, I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
It's time for Aiken Building Center halftime show here on KSOM. It's halftime between Audubon and Exira EHK. Aiken Building Center, where the do-it-yourself pros shop in Atlantic, Corning, Clarinda, and Creston. Coming up, we'll have first-half stats and scores from around the area, but this past week we had a chance to talk to athletes from both Audubon and Exira EHK. For the Wheelers, Aaron Olson, senior leader for this Audubon football team, and we talked to him about how he started to get interested in the game of football.
Well, fourth grade we had Little League football. I watched Evan play football. He was our running back last year. I guess he didn't get me interested, but I watched him as a little kid, like on the team. He was a really good running back, and I guess I was kind of faster than everyone when I was in Little League football. So that really got me interested. I really liked that I could just run past everyone. And yeah, but I looked up to quarterbacks like Gavin Smith once I realized I was going to be a quarterback. Gavin Smith, Skylar Schultes. I really looked up to them when I would watch Friday night games at Audubon. And they carried their team to the Dome, so I really looked up to them.
I would imagine seeing them do it. How badly do you want to do it?
Yeah. I would see them. I was a water boy, so I would see it firsthand on the sideline. I'd see how much emotion's in football, how excited they got when they made it to the Dome, how excited I was when they made it to the Dome. So, and those quarterbacks make those big plays. Even though I'm not quarterback this year, I think it's still so exciting. I just wish I could play it forever.
You were water boy on that's great. That's I haven't heard like any high school athlete that they were water boy. What got you that position?
My brother was on the football team, and he had a good connection with our coaches. So I think they were just looking for water boys. So I think my brother just said, well, my brother can do it. So I was like, definitely. And so when they made it to the Dome, all the water boys even got on the trend of shaving part of our eyebrows. So yeah, we got really a connection with the team as water boys. Made me love the sport of football.
But you had to shave your eyebrows? How long did it take?
Not all of it.
Not all of it. How long did it take for it to grow back?
I don't remember. All I cared was that I was being like my older brother and all the other older guys.
The things that younger kids will do for their older brothers. That's a great story right there. What other sports do you play for Audubon?
I also play basketball in the winter, then track, and also baseball. Maybe I'll throw in some golf this year for my senior year.
Other than that, nothing. Yeah, you're gonna be busy throughout your senior year. What about college? Have you thought much about playing sports at the next level? Is that do you feel like that there's going to be an opportunity there, whether it be football or something else?
Yeah, it's definitely an interest for me. Just this weekend I went on a central visit, a football visit. Got to see kind of like what that's like, and we got 2 Audubon graduates actually playing for the team. We got Alex Foran and Gavin Smith, and they're both really good athletes, and I got to see them actually both play on the team. So yeah, that was a really good experience. Definitely sparked my interest in playing college sports. Kind of want to run some track too. Definitely an interest. Don't know fully if I'll do it yet. I guess that's a later decision. Not really too worried about it right now.
That's Aaron Olson of Audubon football. Meanwhile, earlier in the week, we visited with 2 players for the Exira EHK volleyball team with Maine Jorgensen and Jalen Peterson, and talked to Jalen about the start to their volleyball season.
Going into practice, I feel that our setters, they've really stepped up their game and are able to get me the ball pretty quickly. Last year, we ran mostly 20s, which is higher ball. This year, I think we play faster and can get the ball over the net without them blocking as easily.
What's been the most exciting part for you to hammer home some big points this year?
Definitely my teammates. After every single kill, everyone's just ecstatic. We're all excited. It just really pumps us up for the upcoming games and really just makes us want to win.
Yeah. I mean, Taryn Peterson, also a good start as well. She has 29 kills. I would assume, I would assume you guys are related, right?
Taryn is my cousin.
She's your cousin. Okay.
Yes.
Were you close cousins going into volleyball? I mean, or how was that relationship like with your cousin?
Me and Taryn, we're definitely really close. We're always together. In games, it's really easiest for us to hype each other up because we almost have the same personality. So I think we're really able to play the floor together and pump each other up.
Okay, cool. So explain the relationship there with Maine and sharing this captaincyship.
Yes. I think me and Maine, I think that's a completely different relationship where we know when things need to be worked on, what needs changed, so we can easily feed off of each other and let the other girls know what's going on.
I mean, likewise for you, what's this friendship like with Jay Lynn to take up the leadership role for this team? You touched a little bit on it, but it's got to be special, just the two of you.
Yeah, we have a pretty special connection. We connect really well on the court. We always know where we're going to be together on there. And so it's just a better connection so that we can help others know where to go and stuff.
That's Maine Jorgensen and Jalen Peterson from Exira EHK Volleyball. Complete interviews with them and with Aaron Olson is on our website at westerniowatoday.com. It's halftime between Exira and Audubon. Our Aiken Building Center halftime show rolls on after this 2-minute timeout on KSOM.
From start to finish, let Aiken Design Center help you with your kitchen or bathroom ideas. For new designs or remodels, Aiken Design Center will work with you or your contractor to make your dream a reality. If you're not sure what you want, stop into our showroom so our custom designers can help you find what will suit your needs as well as your budget. The Aiken Design Center staff is committed to quality design while meeting your needs. Stop into Aiken today to find out how we can help.
Get ready for harvest with the Red and Ready maintenance event going on now at Becker Equipment, your Case IH dealer in Audubon. Call now to schedule your 101-point inspection to receive a detailed analysis of your combine's condition and recommended service. Plus, receive a 10% discount on parts installed in our shop and a combine wash. It's the Red and Ready Harvest Maintenance event going on now through August 31st at Becker Equipment in Audubon, your local Case IH dealer. 712-563-4219.
United Group Insurance. People you know and people you trust. Because we are local in Southwest Iowa with offices in Red Oak, Atlantic, Griswold, and Shenandoah. Our team of agents will find the perfect policy for your needs from the wide variety of carriers that we work with. We offer policies for home, auto, life, farm, health, and commercial with vast experience in both hail and crop insurance. Learn more at unitedgroupins.com today.
Looking to upgrade your home? Or maybe you have storm damage that still needs repair? Rigid Edge Exteriors has you covered. From roofs and siding to gutters, windows, decks, and interior remodels, our team does it all, residential or commercial. For a free estimate, call Rigid Edge Exteriors today at 712-249-4449. That's 712-249-4449. Let us transform your ordinary house into your dream home.
The 2024 growing season is off to a great start, but will the yields remain strong through the end of the season?
To video powered by Nishtanet. And Tanner Steffens back in the plush KSOM studios. Halftime, it's all Audubon, 36-0. John, it's going to be a running clock in the second half unless the Spartans can get something going.
Yeah, they're going to, there's times where they've had positive plays. The problem is the positive plays come after a penalty or a setback. or they have a positive play and then they have, a miscue that puts them behind the chains. And the Whalers do what we saw in week 1. I mean, they have big play possibilities every time they snap the ball, and even on the special teams return.
Well, first play of the game, actually, Exira EHK, they'll get the ball first in the second half. They deferred for the second half, and Audubon took advantage after Wessel, no yards on his first play and a tackle by Hansen. Olsen then broke it to the outside for the 45-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion worked. Is 8-0 after a 3-and-out by the Spartans. Audubon would fumble it back to Exira EHK on a Hansen recovery, but Exira went 3-and-out again. This time Wessel threw that cross. It was almost a lateral, wasn't it? I mean, yeah. John, it could have. It was only forward by about a yard,
yeah,
if that.
If that. I mean, the refs were right there, and if it would have gone out of bounds, I wouldn't have been surprised if they would have just marked it right there, because it looked like it went behind the line of scrimmage. But great players make great plays, and that's what he did there.
Olsen got it off his shoe tops and then raced down the sidelines for a 49-yard touchdown run, really catch and run. 16-0 Audubon, 4:04 to go in the first. Exira couldn't move the ball again. And so Wessel was connecting with Olsen again for a 25-yard screen across the middle. Wessel to Olsen at the 2-second mark of the first quarter, 24-0 Audubon. Olsen with a pickoff, an interception pick off of a pass from Bradham. And then Wessel connected on the next play to Christensen on a 39-yard touchdown pass, 30-0. Then Standerson off a punt, returned it 40 yards. It was a block punt for a touchdown, 36-0. That's your score.
Yeah, one thing that we've seen, especially this week, is when with the athletes that Audubon has, they're expanding. You can see that Coach Burks is getting more and more comfortable, and they're doing more and more things with Wessel at quarterback. And, probably the most telling thing is having the two verticals and the way that Wessel could read where that free safety is going to go. Saw the corner, take the short route because you have cover 3, and then all you have to do is you have 2-on-1. And he has the ability. The line does a great job. We probably, honestly, I have not done a good enough job. We've talked about the Wheeler defensive line, but the offensive line for the Wheelers is just as effective. And, as a running back, you can't ever thank the guys that do all the work to give you those holes, the cutbacks, and the protection. The Wheeler offensive line has been really, really good again this week.
Well, Colton Hansen goes both ways at left guard and at D end. Isaac Sorensen in the middle at D tackle. Gabe Jensen the other D end. Clay Van Ernum at center, and Sullivan McLean at the right guard for Audubon. All of those guys. And then you throw in, they've been working in Eli Jorgensen. Yep. That's right. Eli Jorgensen has been worked into the mix as well on defense. Stats unofficially from the first half. Audubon had 189 yards of total offense. Wessel through the air was 4 of 6 for 133 yards and 3 touchdowns. Olsen 2 catches for 74 yards. Olsen had 5 carries for 47 yards and a touchdown. Wessel 4 carries, 9 yards. Christensen 1 carry for 0 yards, 1 catch for 39. Weber 1 catch for 20. Exira EHK only had 44 yards of total offense. Bryce Bradham was 9 carries for 32 yards. Alex Hansen was 8 carries for -5 yards. Bradham through the air, 3 of 9 for 17 yards and an interception. Hansen 2 catches for 13 yards. Halftime. It's all Audubon. It'll be running clock in the second half. Exira gets the ball first to start the third quarter. 36-0 Audubon on the Seed Pro scoreboard. We'll have scores from around the area. That's coming up next. 2-minute break on KSOM.
United Group Insurance. People you know and people you trust. Because we are local in Southwest Iowa with offices in Red Oak, Atlantic, Griswold, and Shenandoah. Our team of agents will find the perfect policy for your needs from the wide variety of carriers that we work with. We offer policies for home, auto, life, farm, health, and commercial with vast experience in both hail and crop insurance. Learn more at unitedgroupins.com today.
The 2024 growing season is off to a great start, but will the yields remain strong through the end of the season? At Hoist Distributing, located near Audubon, we are your one-stop shop for your agricultural needs. We offer fertilizer, chemical, and the seed you need to grow a strong, healthy crop. We also offer the latest in precision planting technologies to optimize seed placement, nutrient application, and maximize your return on investment. We don't settle for anything less than the best for your farm. Give Chad or Jeremy a call at Hoist Distributing today, 712-563-3030.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
Challenge. It's not something you shy from. It's a chance to up your game. Every day brings a new challenge. But with the Advanced Channel Seed brand on your side, you can rise to it. With our top-performing seed, innovative digital tools, and expanded agronomic support, you can turn tomorrow's challenges into your next advantage. Your Enhanced Channel Seed brand. Let's rise to the challenge. Contact your local channel dealer. Hoist Distributing in Audubon. 712-563-3030.
Did you know that Mexican food is considered to be healthy? What? How do you figure? Almost every dish has vegetables. Salsa, all vegetables. Guacamole, avocados, and corn tortillas. They're naturally gluten-free.
Okay, I get it. Tacos, lettuce and tomato. So Rancho Grande for dinner?
Race it to the car.
Add more vegetables to your diet at Rancho Grande in Atlantic. And then you can indulge in a guilt-free margarita, imported beer, or dessert. Choose a healthier option at Rancho Grande. Open 7 days a week.
Up that's definitely the key 8-man matchup with number 2 versus number 3, and that
and number 3 leading number 2
and number 3 leading number 2, and not just for the district title. And that's the other thing we talked about is the seeding. I mean, I know it's week 3, but if all things, somebody's going to be the number 2 seed and somebody's going to play in the number 1. I mean,
there are playoff implications in week 3.
Absolutely. There's playoff implications in week 3.
Let's see. East Mills and Cam. We gave you that score. Cam leads 30-14 in the second. Other scores. Riverside trying to rebound. They lead South Central Calhoun 14-0 in the second.
That's a really good, Riverside just kind of got worn down last week, but there's a lot of bits, and they have a lot of pieces there. If they can stay fresh, and that's what we saw last week.
Yeah.
If Riverside can stay fresh, because there's a lot of young men that play both ways, if they can stay fresh, they have a lot of weapons. They have a lot of guys that run hard, and they have a really good scheme.
As long as you got Jackson Gordon, you're in the game, but you need the big eaters up front to be fresh in the fourth quarter. Kemper all over AHSTW, 27-13 in the second. Dowling leads Ankeny 13-10 in the second. Close game there. West Central, I can't even read my own writing. West Central Valley leads Logan Magnolia, Woodbury Central leads Logan Magnolia 19-8 in the second. Woodbury Central is ranked number 1 in Class A. Red Oak 8, West Central Valley 7 in the second. Tri-Center blowing out West Monona 42-0 at halftime. Underwood trying to get in the win column for the first time. They lead St. Albert 21-7 in the second. Southwest Valley over Grandview Christian, 14-6 in the second. The Thunder undefeated, so that'd be a little bit of an upset there as Keegan Longabus squad trying to get a win there. Lewis Central leads ADM 17-14 in the second. Shenandoah all over Nottoway Valley, 40-6 in the second. ACGC over Panorama, 21-3 in the first. Harlan by 7 over Glenwood, 14-7 in the second. Johnston leads Valley, 14-0 in the first. IKM Manning over Earlham, 12-6 in the first. Trainer and Clarinda tied at 6. And Carroll blowing out Denison Schleswig, 38-0 in the second. A lot of scores.
A lot of scores. Actually, that Lewis Central ADM game is a lot closer than I thought. I mean, Lewis Central's a really good team, but ADM's number 10 in this week's poll.
All right, Audubon will kick it deep to start the third quarter. A little short kick. It's bouncing.
Live
it
ball!
dies. That's a live ball. You got to fall on top of it. Audubon did. That's Wheeler's ball. Unbelievable. The Spartans just stood there and looked at it, and the Wheelers recover at the 14-yard line. Just a mental miscue there by Exira.
Yeah, you just can't do that, and football IQ is such a key thing, and kickoffs is different than punts. It's a live ball once you kick it.
Yep.
And
it's not a punt.
It's not a punt, and that ball you have to cover it up.
So just a mental block there for the Spartans. And they had the ball first. It just they deferred. They wanted it. Instead, Audubon will have it. And they're going to run it off an near side. The Weirds by now might be bringing some other guys into the ball game.
Yeah, they have their second-team offense in there. And, I think Hanson there for the Spartans is a little frustrated, or maybe a lot frustrated with not just the game, but how it started off, and did a great job of filling again for another solo tackle.
Well, let's see. I thought I saw 30 in there, but I don't have a 30 on my roster. Kiergaard is in at quarterback. First down and 10. And they give it on an end around, and Hanson comes in and busts that one up. He blew up Colin Hartle.
No. Number 5, sorry, folks. Kiergaard, the freshman, did his own read, and he read it right because Hanson was full, got the running back, and Kiergaard went in there, got a 5-yard gain. Wonderful zone read. Great job on the zone.
Kiergaard faked it. I was totally blown away. I was totally faked out on the fake.
Yeah.
I was faked by the fake.
You were faked by the fake. That's a great zone read by the freshman there.
Yeah.
Nice job.
He faked it out. Hanson just blew over Hartle, and Kiergaard just ran up the gut for 5, and it's third down and about 7 or 8. They send Hartle in motion again to the far side. Kiergaard back to pass. Wants to set up a screen play, and he throws it across the middle, incomplete.
There again, the Spartans did a good job, even though it's screen and, your offensive line are told block 1 to 1.5 to 2 seconds, then let your guy go through. And there was a little bit more pressure where Kiergaard had to get a little more height with those defensive linemen bringing them down his neck.
So it's 4th down and 8, and they're kind of in no man's land. They don't really have a field goal kicking game. And it's running clock, 36-0 on the C-Pro scoreboard, 9:48 to go in the third quarter.
I think Coach Burke's going to call a timeout here.
Yep, he's going to run it down to 3 on the 2-play clock. Timeout, Audubon. 9:42 to go in the third. All Wheelers back in 30 seconds on KSOM.
3H Customs has everything any farmer needs to be successful, and that's not an exaggeration. We offer soil sampling, crop scouting, and spraying. We also offer precision planting products, Midwest seed genetics, and nature's fertilizers. Don't forget fertilizers and anhydrous also. 3H Customs has everything the Iowa farmer needs, and we dedicate ourselves to helping each farmer be successful. For more information on how you can build that successful operation, call 249-2429 or visit 3hcustoms.com. 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs.
School football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
Will Kiergaard stay on the field here for Audubon? They're coming up to the line. Yeah, Kiergaard is in there with Hartle. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 8. Hartle's in the backfield standing next to Kiergaard in the shotgun. 4th down and 8 at the Exira 12-yard line after the Spartans technically muffed the kick. Kiergaard back to pass. He's got time. Throws it near side. It's tipped, and it's caught for the touchdown. It's all going Wheeler's way. Jordan Nowitzki caught it off the tip drill for a 12-yard touchdown pass.
Kiergaard did it. I mean, it's 4th down. And even though it was well covered, You throw that ball up, it gets intercepted, the ball comes back at basically where the line of scrimmage was. But just fortunate, everything is going well for the Wheelers tonight, not so well for the Spartans.
Yeah, everything going Audubon's way. Now they'll go for 2, and
nice fake again on the jet sweep. Fantastic job, zone read.
Keel guard fakes everybody out, including me again. And he goes up the middle. Maybe he'll be a magician one of these days. 9:35 to go in the third quarter. Audubon in control, 44-0. Back in a minute on KSOM.
Challenge. It's not something you shy from. It's a chance to up your game. Every day brings a new challenge. But with the Advanced Channel Seed brand on your side, you can rise to it. With our top-performing seed, innovative digital tools, and expanded agronomic support, you can turn tomorrow's challenges into your next advantage. Your Enhanced Channel Seed brand. Let's rise to the challenge. Contact your local channel dealer. Hoist Distributing in Audubon. 712-563-3030.
Remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Call Community Insurance in Audubon today at 712-563-4422 or stop by at 422 Tracy Street in Audubon.
Football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
A short pooch by Stannerson, and Jewell calls for a fair catch at his own 22-yard line.
Looks like the starting Wheeler defense is out there. They had their JV offense, but defense going to get a few more snaps. Looks like.
The problem with Exira EHK is they just don't have very many numbers to bring in backups. So,
well, when they were warming up, they had to have one of their injured guys stand in linebacker just so they could have enough guys.
Yeah, I only counted about 14 guys on that lined up for the national anthem. Bradham up the middle and not much doing. He just sort of leaned down. And Audubon just stuffed the middle again. Brabham with just one.
Yeah, it's just, the defensive line is doing a really good job, and we said it a lot, but they do a really good job with their hands to control the line of scrimmage. Read where it's going, then fill.
Second down and 9 for Exira EHK. They move left to right on your radio dial. And deep snap to Brabham. Coming near side, breaking one tackle, trying to break another. And he dives forward. He got maybe another yard, but that's about it.
Yeah, nice job by Hartle there.
You go inside, you can't get anything. You go outside, you can't get anything.
And Hartle's filling in there at linebacker, so not all the starters are in. Looks like the defensive line are starters, and the linebackers and a couple of the DBs are kind of newbies for tonight.
Third down and 7 for Exira EHK at their own 24-yard line. Brabham back to pass. He threw it behind his receiver, but it was caught. Hanson
caught the ball.
Yeah, Hanson caught it, but the ball was thrown behind him, and I think that stopped his momentum a little bit, and he got only about 3 yards on the catch. That'll be fourth down.
Once again, Obrecht out there doing a really good job. He had help from his linebacker, but he makes the initial read and does a great job with Hanson's power. Doesn't allow him to turn his shoulders to get upfield.
Tonight's game brought to you by Rancho Grande, authentic Mexican food, West 7th Street in Atlantic. Hummel Insurance Service, the difference with Hummel. Fourth down and 5, and Brabham is going all the way back. He's looking for a play, throws it downfield, and it's intercepted. Colin Hartle with the pick. Second pick of the day for Audubon. Hartle was right in front of the receiver, and so there was nowhere for Brabham to throw to. Second interception for Brabham.
When Coach looks at the film with Brabham, there's things that, but on fourth down, you throw that ball. You have a chance. We just saw it with Audubon. The ball gets tipped up in the air, you can get a first down. If you're going to go for 4th and 8, you don't want at least put the ball where you have a chance to get a first down. Great play by Audubon, though.
Kiergaard in the shotgun. First down and 10. He's going to run it up the middle, and he dives off of left tackle for a couple.
Kiergaard does a really nice job. You know, Wheelers do a lot of motion. The wingback goes side to side. They use that for blocking a lot. I really like the way he keeps his eyes up, and he really carries it. You know, back in the old Nebraska days, like with Tommy Frazier, he just follows it and is reading the whole time with his eyes at the linebackers. And when you got Hansen, then you just pull it. I mean, you're reading where that linebacker flows. You pull it, and you go the opposite way.
The old Nebraska days, Tommy Frazier. There was, I'll tell the story here after this play. 2nd down and 8 for the Wheelers. They lead on the C-Pro scoreboard 44-0, and the clock stops. Timeout call. We'll keep it right here. It was funny because Matt Rule, the head coach for Nebraska, he was doing one of those before-game interviews last week against Colorado. I forget who he was talking to, but he interrupted her and said, "Oh, Tommy Frazier." he was starstruck because he saw Tommy Frazier. I mean,
still one of the best plays I watched on TV was when he ran through. I don't know how many Florida guys, you know, keeping that and just ran through.
Yeah,
he was a beast. You know,
and like if you had to pick the greatest Husker of all time, would it be Tommy Frazier, or would it be Johnny Rodgers? Or maybe Scott Frost.
I don't,
Scott Frost has got to be in the mix, but I don't know. I think he would be third.
We got Bill here that, has been known to like Nebraska a little bit. And as an Iowa State fan, I don't know if I can say I
don't know if I'm qualified to make that choice either.
I don't know either,
I don't know, but, man, what a choice that would be. I think there'd be a lot of old-timers that go with Johnny Rodgers.
I would guess so, too.
2nd down and 8 for Audubon. At the 38-yard line, their own 38. Kiergaard a fake, goes up the middle, pushes the pile for a gain of a couple.
That one, it looked like it was a called keeper because if Kiergaard was truly reading, there he gives it to Hartle because Hartle's coming across and the linebacker's filled. The linebacker's first, Kiergaard hasn't given the ball up yet. So I think the linebackers are saying, we're watching him. We're not going to be fooled by the ball. And a good job by the Spartans defense for 3rd and long.
By the way, Hansen, another tackle for the Spartans. 3rd down and 6. A lot of motion for the Wheelers. They can't get set. Guys going up and down. Now they're going to go trips to the far side. Kiergaard in the shotgun. Play clock down to 2. Kiergaard back to pass. He's got time. Throwing deep. Down the middle. Dangerous pass, and it's intercepted by Exira EHK.
Jewell did not tip it up that time. He got the ball got at the highest point and brought it back down. Nice job by Jewell filling. They had 3 verticals, but this time compared to the touchdown play, they had 3 defenders also back there with the 3 verticals for the Wheelers.
Yeah, Owen Jewell had tipped it back in the previous drive, and it was caught for a touchdown for Audubon. This time he hauled it in on the underthrow by Kiergaard, and Exira gets the ball at their own 13-yard line. It's running clock, 44-0 on the C-Pro scoreboard, 4.5 to go, and a running play goes nowhere again for Exira. Brabham. They say Brody Weber on the stop. We haven't called his name out much today. They haven't needed him at all. 2nd down and long for the Spartans. Today's game brought to you in part by Anita Supply Center, your home enhancement store. We're here to help by 3H Customs, customizing your farming resources to fit your needs. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors, and Bronker Carnes & Carnes, trusted insurance since 1894. 2nd down and long. That's tipped up into the air and incomplete. Good job pressuring that time by Weber. We just called his name. we just say we haven't called his name.
Yeah.
Now we call his name.
Yeah, Weber, does a really nice job, and we've talked about in week 1 and tonight about the way he can, at tight end, get down the field, get vertical, and make some really great catches there. If he can't, you always teach your defensive linemen and linebackers. If you can't get to the quarterback and they're throwing the ball, what do? Put your paws up, knock it down.
Running clock, 3:20 moving. Brabham back to pass. He stumbles, stays on his feet, throws it up in the air, and it's overthrown, incomplete.
That wasn't pretty, but Brandon did a nice job of keeping his balance. Backpedaling and with the snap a little bit low, just did a nice job of getting that ball off.
He doesn't throw a bad ball. I mean,
especially when he sets his feet. And that's true with everybody. I mean, last week we talked a lot about guys throwing off of 1 foot.
Sukup all game long was throwing off his back foot for HTW, and now Brabham, they have to move forward. They have to set the feet, be balanced.
Yep.
The punt, fielded at the 43-yard line, dropped immediately. Nowatzki dropped immediately. Was that Hansen again?
That is Hansen. That young man, I can't express enough.
He's a football player.
He's a phenomenal football player, and you're down 44-0 on a punt, and you're still the first one down there making a solo tackle. Great heart. Shout out to that young man because he is playing he's playing his tail off. Everybody is.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
right.
I mean, everybody's playing hard, but that young man, he's a special player.
He does not take a play off. He's just a special player. I mean, like Colin Bauer of Cam, the similar type of mode. All out all the time. Here's the pitch. Kiergaard coming near his side. It's a foot race down the near sideline, and he's gone for the touchdown. 47 yards for Kiergaard as he just took off near side, and nobody got a finger on him. I don't know if anybody touched him.
I don't know if anybody touched him, but he was awfully close to going out of bounds. I mean, that's a great job of getting down the sideline, but you probably don't have to be within a half inch of the out of bounds when you're at the 20-yard line and you've got everybody beat. But fantastic job of just showing pure speed. I mean, that was no hesitation. I'm going to get out to the corner before you, and then I'm going to put the Jets on. Great move.
And now they'll go for two. Kiergaard in the shotgun. He's going to throw it to the near side, and it is incomplete. 1:42 to go in the third quarter. All Audubon on our Seat Pro scoreboard. They lead 50-0. Back in a minute on KSOM.
At Audubon State Bank, they realize your life is busy. That's why they offer online banking services. Using their online services, you can check your balance, get e-statements, pay bills, and even make a deposit using your mobile phone camera. Let the staff at Audubon State Bank make your life easier. Come in and see them at their new location at 307 Broadway Street in Audubon, or visit audubonstatebank.com. Audubon State Bank, member FDIC.
Viking Construction in Exira provides a full range of residential and commercial construction. Viking Construction has the expertise to guide you through the entire process. Viking Construction is locally owned and operated and has built their business on trust and integrity. If you want a dependable construction company you can count on, call Viking Construction in Exira, 712-268-5366. Viking Construction is a proud sponsor of their community and the Exira EHK Spartans.
Now back to high school football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
Big run by Kiergaard, and Audubon is way ahead. Running clock here in the second half. Standerson's kick, and on his knees was Brabham, so he wanted to run with it, but once you hit the knees on the turf, you're down.
Yeah,
in high school football.
But he fielded it. He learned that. Learned from that mistake, and great job of getting it. That's the issue with the time that they didn't get the ball. He came up and caught it in the air. You don't know, especially on any surface, but on a natural grass like we saw last week. We have a natural grass field. It's not the turf. That ball can do anything.
Yeah.
Especially now it's dark and everything. You don't know what that ball is going to do. So great job of just getting up there and catching the ball.
Well, I don't think they practice it enough of just fielding kicks and punts.
Yep.
And especially on punts, because if you let that ball bounce, it can mean 20 or more yards in field position. Brabham back to pass. It's caught on the near side and then driven out of bounds. It's going to be a short gain.
I think that was number 2, possibly.
No, it's Kilworth. That was Kilworth on the catch, and he only got a yard.
No, I think Gabe Jensen is in there at quarterback for the Spartans.
Oh, they brought in Jensen in place of
I think so.
Brabham.
Yep.
Well, let's see here. Yep, you're right. That's my partner right there. So Jensen in at quarterback. Completes, and now we got flags thrown.
Yeah, Hansen here on the near side. Out wide right and just got to jump.
Excuse me, not Jensen. Blake Nelson is in at quarterback. So Blake Nelson, the quarterback now.
Sorry. I looked at the wrong number 2.
And now we got a false start on Exira. So Nelson, 5'9", 140-pound freshman, who normally starts at wide receiver for the Spartans, and he had one catch earlier for 4 yards. We're down to 35 seconds left in the third quarter. C-Pro scoreboard 50-0 Audubon. And Nelson back to pass, and it's almost interception. Almost picked off that time by the Wheelers, Casper Bauer.
For the freshman, another freshman. We're seeing a lot of young men.
Well, you look at Audubon starters. Wessel, a junior. Christensen, a junior. Weber, a junior. McLean on the offensive line, a junior. Sorensen at the defensive tackle. He's a junior. Christian, we mentioned Christian. Obermeyer's only a sophomore. I mean, they have fair share of seniors, but they got a lot of underclassmen, too. This team's going to be set up for a long time to come. That's the end of the third quarter. Your C-Pro scoreboard, it's all Audubon. They lead it 50-0. Back in a minute on KSOM.
Medicare enrollment can be confusing. Whether you are new to Medicare or already enrolled, I can help. This is Peggy Toft with Spartan Insurance in Exira. As an independent agent, we can review several Medicare insurance plans to determine which is best for you. Annual enrollment period is right around the corner. Give me a call at 712-268-7282 or stop by Spartan Insurance at 201 East Washington Street in Exira.
At Griffin CPA, we're excited to offer you personalized accounting and tax services tailored just for you. This is Brady Griffin. Whether you're an individual or a business, we're here to make your financial life easier. We are currently accepting new clients and would love to show you the difference at Griffin CPA. Contact us today for your free consultation. Call us at 712-563-2040, Griffin CPA in Audubon, where your financial success is our top priority.
Now back to high school football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
50-0 Audubon. All over Exira EHK. Kind of one-sided rivalry game here tonight. And the Wheelers are getting performances from their second unit on offense.
14.
Third down and 14 right now for Exira EHK. They're back at their own 13-yard line. And they've gone to Nelson in at quarterback. He's in the shotgun. And he's back to pass. And Nelson is hit. Oh, it's intercepted. He throws near side, and the Wheelers pick it off.
Yep, Kassenbauer got a second chance at it, and that time he pulled it in for the interception.
Well, I saw him go down, but he got rid of the ball, and it just sort of didn't have much on it, and Casper Bauer picks it off, and the third interception of the game for the Wheelers.
You know, showing their depth. We talked a lot about the underclassmen and just really good job of coaching everybody up. And, you know, that even though, you know, the score is kind of lopsided right now, it's really important for these underclassmen, these second teamers, to get some game experience at the varsity level. You know, a lot of them play JV throughout the week, but it's really important. The speed and everything is different on Friday night than it is in a JV game or a freshman game. And these type of, even though it's, you know, the game's out of reach for both teams, you know, there's coaching, what I call coach up opportunities for both sides for the last quarter here.
Well, we have a timeout on the field, 11:24 to go in the fourth. I'm trying to look at some scores here. Red Oak leads West Central Valley 14-7 in the third. Of course, Tri-Center roll over West Monona 56-0 in the fourth.
KM is 46-17.
Underwood over St. Albert 26-7 in the third. I haven't heard from my buddy Tom here. Last we heard, Atlantic was up 14-3. ACGC leads 28-3 over Panorama. Shenandoah all over Nottoway Valley 55-6 at halftime.
Shenandoah has some really speedsters down there.
ADM
really
and Lewis
track
Central
team.
tied 17 all at halftime.
That one is, that's the surprise for tonight for me.
Lennox leading Bedford 20-7 in the fourth. First down and 10 for the Wheelers at the 14-yard line. Kiergaard's going to fake it.
No,
and
he actually gave it. Yep, gave it.
Yeah, he faked it and then gave it off up the middle.
Number 10. Who's number 10 for Audubon? Sorry, folks. Some of these will be the first time they're on the varsity stat lines.
Yeah, it's going to be a good gain by Preston Bean. First and goal at the 4 in the Hoist Distributing red zone on the Vetter equipment. First down and coming near side and waltzing into the end zone. That time is Hartle for a 4-yard touchdown.
You know, I think the Audubon coaches kind of saw what we're seeing as far as, you know, Kiergaard did a great job of faking it, taking it up the middle. And the last two plays, the guys in motions got the ball and got to the exterior and just outran the defense.
By the way, I was looking for an Atlantic score, and just as I was asking for one, Tom Robinson texted me. It's 14-9 Atlantic at the end of 3. 2-point conversion. Kiergaard goes in for the 2 points. 10:50 to go in the ball game, and it's all Wheelers on our C-Pro scoreboard, 58-0. Back in a minute on KSOM.
Got a leak? A clog? Or maybe it's time for a brand new bathroom. Furnace or AC needs some attention? Or are you interested in floor heating? Call Fikes Plumbing and Services. Your trusted local experts in so many areas is now serving the Greenfield and Atlantic areas. From quick fixes to major renovations, Fikes Plumbing and Services has you covered with fast, friendly, and reliable service. With 30 years of service, Fikes licensed professionals tackle every job with care, ensuring your home stays comfortable and safe. Don't wait. Call Fikes Plumbing and Services today for your HVAC, plumbing, sewer, and septic needs.
Remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, Ref.
That's simple human sense.
Call Community Insurance in Audubon today at 712-563-4422 or stop by at 422 Tracy Street in Audubon.
Back to high school football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
58-0 Audubon with the lead. Brabham back deep. Standerson, his leg is getting a workout in kickoffs tonight. What a performance by the Wheelers. They're looking every bit as good as their 6th rank shows. Short kick. Brabham comes up, fields it this time at the 10. Far side of the 20. Stutter step move. Got twisted around at the 25 to about the 26-7 yard line.
You know, Brabham there, we talked about Hanson playing hard. Here's your quarterback that hasn't had the best night, but at the same token, just ran over 2 guys there running so hard. They ran, you know, nice return and, you know, keeps the motor going. That's what, I mean, those are the type of things you can build upon going forward as a team. You know, we've talked all night, you know, neither team has given up. I mean, you don't see anybody with, you know, their hands on their hips or anything like that. You just have a Wheeler team that's very, very experienced and very sound at all positions.
Well, the officials are talking things over. Maybe they're, you know, thinking about what they're going to do after the game. There was a flag down on the return. It's all the way on the far side of the field. Now they're picking it up. Well, it's a personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct on Audubon.
All right, so right as I talk about how everybody's playing really hard, we have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, but also have some new guys in there that probably got in there for some of their first time, at least tonight, seeing some game action.
They move the Spartans all the way to the Audubon 36-37. And it will be first down and 10 for Exira. 10:33 to play in the ball game. All Wheelers 58-0. Not the night the Spartans would have looked for. They had high hopes coming in, I know. Brabham on the direct snap, and he goes up the middle, and Audubon's still playing physical, and he's dropped for no gain.
No, that's number 2 again.
Nelson in there
Nelson.
for Brabham.
Yep,
that's right. My mistake. Nelson in at quarterback for Brabham.
No gain on the play. Second down.
You look at this second team defensive line, they still got some solid sized young men up there.
Yeah, Audubon plays tough, and they're not just an offensive team that puts up points. We talked about their defense. Nelson back to pass. He throws it. Near side, incomplete. And the clock will not stop because we're in running clock. Down to 9:38 to go in the ball game.
Once again, good job by have 2 defenders there. You flood. The Spartans did a flood route. You have a guy at 10 yards. You have a guy at 5 yards. Nice read by Nelson, but just really good defense having 3 guys on 2 receivers.
Third down and 10 for the Spartans. Nelson in the shotgun. He's going to take off and run to the far side of the field.
Wow,
and
nice
gets
tackle.
Gets run over and moved backwards.
Steckler there with a really nice tackle. Brings up 4th down and 10.
So no gain on the play. Next up for Audubon, they visit St. Edmund next week. Then Coon Rapids Bayard, then Glidden Ralston, Collins Maxwell, and at Baxter. And I don't know, I don't see any of those opponents scaring me if I'm an Audubon fan. 4th and 10, Exira will go for it. Nelson back to pass, throws it across the middle. Incomplete, intended for Jewell. And they turn it over on downs.
Nice route by Jewell doing a post route there. But there again, the sound defense, you have a safety behind them. Linebackers do a really good job of reading the quarterback. When he's dropping back for a pass or they see pass, they get really good depth. So they start 2 or 3 yards off the line of scrimmage. They see it's a pass, and they're already 8-9 yards deep, reading side to side, making sure nothing gets in front of them, and it's a really hard pass then to get over the linebackers in front of the safety.
First down and 10 for Audubon at their own 37-yard line. They hand it off.
Oh, that's
almost a horse collar there as running to the near side, Casper Bauer, and he'll pick up about 3.
Yeah, that's a hard run by Casper Bauer there.
Down to 7:30 to go in the ball game. Next up for Exira EHK, they host Sydney next week. They were playing Griswold tonight. That's a game that they can win. And then they're at Cam, which is going to be hard. Then they host Fremont Mills. That'll be tough. At East Mills, that will be hard. And host Griswold to end the season. 2nd down and 7 for Audubon. Kiergaard will roll to the far side. He'll keep it and tackled Matt at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for a couple.
Nice hard run there, but great fill there by number 4 for Exira EHK. Coming up from the free safety position to have a really nice tackle.
And that's Gavin Anthofer for the Spartans. And it's 3rd down and about 5. Across midfield to the Exira 38-yard line. 6:30 to go in the ball game. Audubon leads 58-0 on the C-Pro scoreboard. Here's the pitch. coming near side. Little break, cutting outside, putting his head down, rolling over people. And finally has a Vetter Equipment first down. Casper Bauer. What a hard-nosed run for that young fella.
Yards after contact, we haven't talked much about that because we've had a lot of touchdowns out in space. But Casper Bauer just ran over 3-4 different guys. First contact was 5 yards behind the first down marker, and he goes 10 yards after that.
One of my favorite runs of the night.
Yes.
Vetter Equipment first down. Vetter Equipment in Audubon, your local Case IH dealer. 5:40 and moving here in the ball game. All Audubon, 58-0, and they're on the march again. And Kiergaard will roll it near side. He's got a big hole, and he's going to go right down into the end zone for the touchdown. 28-yard touchdown run by Kiergaard.
Great job by Kiergaard and number 10 for
that's Bean.
Bean. Great. It wasn't a pancake block, but that's all you have to do when you have somebody with the vision like Kiergaard does. Get in front of him, and Kiergaard then can read, cut it, made a great cut back up the field going south, north and south. We talked a lot about Audubon. They go north and south on when they get the ball, they go north and south, and a great job.
Now the clock will stop on the score. We still have over 5 minutes to play in the game. It'll go fast because it's running clock. But Audubon, a little confusion here.
Well, I think there's something.
The officials have stopped the clock.
Well, I think they got some cameras with some flashes that down here that they didn't care for. In the north end zone.
Yeah, they moved some people off of the north end zone.
Yeah.
All right, they'll go for 2. And hand it off, coming near side, and that's an easy 2-point conversion. 5:31 to go.
That's a true zone read because Casper Bauer, Kiergaard wanted to pull it out. He saw that the defensive end crashed down. Casper Bauer's like, nope, I'm taking this ball. I'm getting the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, he runs hard. That young kid does. 66-0 Audubon leads on the C-Pro scoreboard. 5:31 to go in the game. Back in 30 seconds, KSOM.
Anita Supply Center is here for you. From the big jobs to the small tasks, we're here to help. Hi, this is Kim with a reminder of our hours, so when you need our help, we're here. Anita Supply Center is open Monday through Fridays, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 until noon. We're here 6 days a week for all your building, landscaping, how-to projects, repairs, and more. We offer free in-home measurements, free estimates, and can help you put your ideas together. Anita Supply Center is open 6 days a week for all your home improvement and building needs.
KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
Well, news that's not high school football related. Caitlin Clark has broken the WNBA single-season assist record tonight. Her 317th assist tonight against Las Vegas. Unbelievable. She is more than a superstar, isn't she?
Yeah, she plays with class, too.
Oh, yeah.
But she'll give you an earful.
Yeah.
But she backs it up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Fever lost to Vegas 78-74. So short kick that time by Audubon. It's covered up by the Spartans at the 25-yard line. So the Fever now even 500 at 19-19. They had to play the Aces, the defending champs. Kate Martin, of course, from Iowa is on the Aces. She plays off the bench for Vegas. She's been hurt at times this year, I think. Anyway, Fever are going to make the playoffs for the first time in like 5 or 6 years in their franchise history. All right, Exira's Nelson back in there at quarterback, and he wants to run it and got tripped up right at the line of scrimmage for no gain with 5 minutes to go.
Nelson on the keeper.
There again, Nelson on the keeper and number 71 for Audubon. Lane Meyer, sophomore, actually filling, so it's going away from a defensive end. He gets upfield, but doesn't overextend upfield, sees the ball going away and makes the tackle from behind because the play takes a little bit more time than what Nelson would like to have.
Wheeler scored on the second play from scrimmage here tonight, and they've never looked back. Second down and 10. Nelson runs to the far side, and Audubon strings it out, and he only got maybe one, maybe two.
Chris, how many times tonight have we talked about no matter who is in their defense? Okay, the Spartans can't go side to side because Audubon's so sound. And then they try to go right up. Well, they can't go up the middle because they got the 3 down linebackers that feel so great. They do a great job at every level, defensive line linebackers and DBs, of being so team sound, team football.
As impressive as the offense has been, the defense even more so. Third down and 10, it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go with that one as Mr. Big Old Chase Buck just swatted that one away, the 6', 265-pound sophomore.
Once again, we talked about it, a couple minutes ago, these underclassmen getting varsity time, you never know what's going to happen in high school football. If somebody get dinged up, the first week we saw some cramps. You never know. It's great to see these young men playing hard and getting some experience.
Punting for Exira is Kilworth. Not a good snap. It kind of hung up into the air, but he got rid of it, and it goes to the far side. It'll go for like a 32-yard punt, no return, and the Wheelers will have it near midfield. But it's all academic now. Next week we'll be in Griswold, and the Tigers battling Fremont Mills. That'll be a 7 o'clock kick next week here on KSOM. See Seth Lemke's bunch next week. Audubon back on offense. I imagine now it'll be run, try to run out this clock. We're down to 2:32 to go in the ball game. And stutter step move near side. It's going to be a gain of 7 yards by Casper Bauer.
Casper Bauer, it's a little different look than what they have, with Olsen. Olsen's shown his speed, and Casper Bauer's not slow by any means.
No.
He's got an extra 20, 30 pounds on him, a little bit wider shoulders, and kind of can give him, I'm sure Coach Burks and his staff is saying, hey, maybe we incorporate a couple of these things, and that's what, is important about getting some of these snaps.
Second down and 3, a bad snap, but Kiergaard got it, runs to the near side, has a hole, big collision inside the 30, a Vetter Equipment first down to the 29. Kiergaard collided with a guy in white out there. I didn't see the number, but man, I could hear your ooh from here.
Kiergaard's a freshman. He just played like he was a senior. I mean, I don't know if Coach Burks wants his quarterback running over people, but that was impressive and nice job to get a first down for the young man.
Vetter Equipment first down. Casper Bauer running to the far side, trying to get around the edge. There he goes. Off to the races. Casper Bauer, 27-yard touchdown.
Casper Bauer, I think somebody just told, I think the coaching staff, who's right, Audubon coaching staff's right beside me. They called down and said, hey, Becker said that Casper Bauer doesn't have the speed that Olsen does. So what do? Run, sweep left, and Casper Bauer runs away from everybody.
When was this? Last time that this rivalry had this lopsided of a score. I mean, you're going to have to do research. You're going to have to go back to the 1800s, the beginning of football, since it's been something like this. I mean, just a completely one-sided affair. Just been a long time. 2-point conversion and did not get in. 112. Yeah, Casper Bauer just comes up short. 112 to play in the ball game. Audubon leads 72-0. Back in a minute on KSOM.
Stein delivers more new genetics faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield. 45 years of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
What's it mean to be in good hands? It means you get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm Craig Hummel at Hummel Insurance Services, and we work with Allstate Insurance. Let us help you choose the right amount of protection to meet your needs and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Call Hummel Insurance Services or stop in anytime.
KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
Well, Wheelers will kick it. It's not Standerson this time, it's Bean. Short kick.
And the ball's covered up.
And covered up by Exira EHK at their own 25, 26, right around there. Just a frustrating game from the Spartans' perspective. You know, you just got to go back to the drawing board. I don't know what you do if you're Drew Buckhold here. You got to, you know, pat the kids on the back, say, hey, listen, we just ran up against a juggernaut here.
That's just it. I mean,
and you still got some tough games to come. So
you can't get too down. I mean, the best coaches always talk about, you know, I think was it Coach Burks or somebody that you guys had in the huddle last week. You're never as good as you think you are after a win. You're never as bad as you thought after a loss. And that is really true. There's always something the losing and winning team can learn from each game. And Audubon's good, folks. I mean,
yes,
you know, they're a really good team. And the Spartans, they have some really good pieces. It's just Audubon doesn't have any weakness. You know, there's a lot of teams where you're like, okay, we can attack the right side because this corner doesn't fill, or we can run up the middle because they don't have a nose guard that can fill space and linebackers that can fill, or we can throw a pop pass. You can't do that against the Audubon defense. And then they have all the weapons and options. And with Kassenbauer showing what they might have more after tonight. I mean, they're going to incorporate more and more things. But on the Spartan side, they'll learn from this, and they never gave up. And that's the thing is, it's 72-0, but the Spartans didn't just roll over. It's just Wheelers have a lot of athletes and they're very fundamentally sound.
That's the final score here tonight from Audubon High School. Audubon with the win.
I know you have a choice. Hi, I'm Mark Smith, a certified financial planner and registered investment advisor with Principal Financial Group. Today I want to say thank you, Southwest Iowa. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community for 39 years. Over the years, you've given me the opportunity to get to know you and your family. Thank you for your trust, your confidence, and most of all, your relationship. If I can help you with your financial plan, please give me a call at 712-243-2466. Mark Smith, Principal Financial in Atlantic.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Make sure you're getting the best coverage for you at the most competitive rate. Hi, this is Nick Carnes with Brocker Carnes & Carnes. We are an independent insurance agency that offers coverage for your home, auto, life, farm, and everything in between. But mostly we are here to help. As an independent agency, we can shop around for the best rates and coverages from multiple companies. Stop by one of our offices or go to brockercarnes.com for a quote on your insurance. Let Brocker Carnes & Carnes help you get the best coverage at a competitive rate.
Farming is all about numbers, and Fence Red Wheel deals have some great ones. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 36 months on a brand new tractor. Plus, Fence industry-leading Gold Star customer care, which includes 3-year or 3,000-hour full machine warranty, a complete 360 inspection and scheduled maintenance, and even a loaner guarantee if it can't be repaired in 48 hours. A fixed cost with those kind of numbers? Talk about acres of savings. Fence Red Wheel deals end September 30th. Talk to Ziegler Ag Equipment to learn more or visit ZieglerAg.com for details.
Football on 96.5 KSOM and live video at westerniowatoday.com.
Well, we're coming home early. Mom, it's a quick one here tonight. 72-0. We went running clock midway through the second quarter, and the Wheelers pitched the shutout here against arch rival Exira EHK. As we said, Exira just ran into a juggernaut here tonight as the Wheelers play great on both sides of the football. The Spartans, I have them unofficially for 56 total yards of offense, 35 rush, 21 pass. Audubon, 351, 206 rush, 145 yards passing. Wessel really did, I don't think he even played in the second half. And Aaron Olson finished with 5 carries, 47 yards, and a touchdown. Wessel threw all of his yards in the first half, 4 of 6 for 133 yards and 3 touchdowns. Kiergaard threw for another 12-yard touchdown, also threw an interception. They got 4 rushing touchdowns in the second half, all by the second team. John, it was just an impressive win for Audubon here tonight. I mean, we knew Audubon is going to be a contender. We knew that they're going to be a team that is going to go to the Dome, right. And potentially, I don't want to jinx them, but they have all the weapons.
They do have all the weapons, and you can see Coach Burks and his coaching staff build, right? I mean, you have a new quarterback. He made some moves, and with Olson going to running back, and great interview with Olson, and I applaud the young man, moving as a senior, going to a different position for the betterment of this team, because at quarterback he can't make that first touchdown play. He getting him out in space is where he's really dangerous. And Wessel has a little more height. He can do some things, that really makes Audubon hard to defend. And, we talked about their offensive line too. Both lines for Audubon is the foundation. Every team, every great team, they're talked about the least, and the most important is the offensive and defensive line, and Audubon's, both of them do a great job, and they just do it on defense, especially tonight. The week one, it was a different type of game. There's a lot more turnovers. I think Audubon only had 1 penalty, where they had quite a few penalties week one. But defensively, they cover side to side, and a lot of it, starts at the defensive line. But then that next level, those 2 corners and linebackers go sideline to sideline better than probably any team I've seen probably since the Cam state title team. As far as having really 4 linebackers out there, just 2 of them are fast enough that they can play corner. Because we saw with Obrecht and stuff tonight, making tackles on a young man like Hansen, that's a beast. That kid played his heart out, played a great game. But when you can make a solo tackle on somebody that has pad level like that, it's impressive.
Well, next week we head to Griswold for the Tigers as they battle Fremont Mills. We'll see how that turns out. Hopefully Griswold can come away with a victory maybe tonight against Sydney, and they won't be trying to end a losing streak, so we'll see what happens next week. John, good to see you as always. And,
absolutely.
And looking forward to another night of football next week.
Yeah, hopefully this weather continues.
Yeah.
Great night. Great job, homecoming and great crowds on both sides. It was really cool with the Spartan fans. For those leaving and watching, they had a great group of followers, always have great fans from that community too. It's really neat. You mentioned it, for those that haven't been here, on the visitor side, you can pull up basically right off the track about 10 yards, and it's up, so you can see the field really well, sitting in lawn chairs and everything. It's fun atmosphere.
Final score here tonight, Audubon wins it 72-0. I want to thank Bill Saluka doing a video here this evening, video powered by Nishtanet. I want to thank our 2 head coaches, Drew Buckholt and John Burks, joining us in the pregame show. And thanks to Tanner Steffens back at the Plush KSOM studios. From our broadcast partner, John Becker, this is Chris Varney signing off from Audubon High School. Reminding you the final score, Audubon 72, Exira EHK 0. Don't forget the scoreboard show coming up at 10 o'clock. We'll have scores from around the entire state here on KSOM and KS95. Good night, everybody, from Audubon, Iowa.